Yeah. Let us stand and present ourselves for prayer. In the name of Allah, the most grateful, the most merciful. All praise is due to thee, Allah, the Lord of the world, the beneficent, most merciful, sole master in the day of judgment in which we now live. Thee alone do we serve, and thee alone we do seek their help. And thee alone we ask their guidance and their protection. O Allah, please guide us along the right path, the path of those whom thou hast bestowed favor, not the path of those whom thou hast brought down, not the path of those who go astray after they have heard this great and divine truth. Say he, Allah, is one God. Allah is him, nothing is independent, but to him we all depend. He forget us not, and nor is thou forgotten, for there is none like thee. And I bear witness that none deserves to be served, none deserves to be prayed or worshipped beside Allah. And I bear witness that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was his true servant and last messenger of Allah. Amen. You may be seated. Assalamu alaikum, brothers. I'd like to say it's an honor and a privilege for me to stand before you today, teaching the program of Messenger Elijah Muhammad. And I would like to say I can stand before you today and I don't even have to say anything. Anytime you see the followers of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, a true follower of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad standing before you, that is sufficient. You understand? I'm a true follower of Messenger Elijah Muhammad. I've been a follower of Messenger Elijah Muhammad for almost 41 years. And I'm still a follower of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And we would like to say this. Whenever you see the followers of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, you are honored. You would not see and not hear anything about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad if there was not somebody in your midst who was a follower of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I'm not a Jehovah's Witness and nothing like that. I'm a brother who saw the accident, which the Jehovah's Witness did not see the accident. I seen Messenger Elijah Muhammad. I walked, talked, sat down with him, rode him in my car, so I can represent the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And I'd like to say this. Many people who followed the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, they don't teach you anything about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And the people who didn't see the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, those are the ones that's teaching you about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You cannot teach about anything which you know nothing about yourself. This is why the people today is in such a terrible condition, in such a terrible state. The followers of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad who know the teaching of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and don't even come out to express it among the people. They are wants to. I have been all the way along the line for 41 years. I have been watching it, I've been listening, and I've been looking at the people who teaches the Honorable Elijah Muhammad message. The one that knows, don't tell it. And the one that tell it, does not know it. You know, you will never hardly see a true follower of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad standing up before you and nobody else. I noticed this all the way up. And during the time that you're in the Nation of Islam, you must sit down and listen to what you hear. Because somewhere down the line, you have to be a witness bearer. You have to be a witness bearer. I can go, I can sit along with you and you sit along with me in the Nation of Islam. I hear what you hear, and you hear what I hear. And I don't have nothing to tell you, nor do you have anything to tell me. Why? You and I listen to the same thing. We all ought to be in record with the same thing. If we're not, many people today sit down with us right in this box here. They sit down with us and they listen to what we listen to. But they're not here. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You know, when you are on a job or in school or wherever you at, you must be a regular follower. You must be if you go into school, you got to be a regular school scholar. Because if you stay home today, you don't know what went on today. The people were there, they know what went on. But you didn't know because you wasn't there. The time when the day goes by, it don't reach back and come back and try to straighten out nothing what it done. It done pass you by. You understand? We have a here on our board. We have those. It's a very few people knows anything about that thing. Although many people have sat in the Nation of Islam for many years by sitting behind the teaching and program of Messenger Elijah Muhammad, that they know nothing about those flags. You understand? Both of those flags are weapons. They're not just something to be there. Both of those flags are weapons. Both of them flags, I said both of these flags are weapons. They're not just there and here. They are weapons, brothers. If you don't believe they're a weapon, this thing here got bombing plans, missiles. They got all kind of machines, deadly weapons. You see this, sitting on them weapons. You understand? If it wasn't for this here, he wouldn't need the weapon. You understand? I say they got bombing plans, missiles, all kind of destruction. They call upon this and they use it. We have here this weapon. The sun, moon, and star is a weapon. As the old Bible says, whosoever call upon the name of God, he shall hear them. Right or wrong? When they call upon George Bush, he hears them. You understand that? When you call upon God, he hears you. You understand what I mean? But, brother, if you're not a true follower of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, leave that alone. Leave it alone. If you ain't a true follower of the devil, leave that alone. Don't bother, because they're dangerous. You understand? I place before you two signs. How long will you halt between them two opinions? If Baal be God, serve him. If Elijah be God, serve him. It is up to you. You understand? Okay, when you take it up on yourself to leave this and come here, then you take it up on yourself to leave this. You can't go back there. And now can you come back in? You're homeless. This is what makes you homeless. You understand that? Okay. Yeah, the black people in America today. Black people in America today. This here sign here. It carry you from the church to the grave. You see it on the church and you see it on the grave. Is it right or wrong? This here, you see it. This here is put up over your head. You don't have nothing to run into it. You just go ahead under this and keep on going. You don't have, you go here, you got to go around something because it's standing on a stick. You got to go around the stick to get around the flag. What kind of God do you want? That or this one. You understand? I would say to you, I come from way back yonder. You understand? I know about this, and I know about this. You understand? Why? I'm a person, when I go somewhere, I sit down and listen. You understand? Okay then. When this here unites you and I together, we are just like two solid bricks. You understand? If you not like that, then you're not there at all. Many people come into the Nation of Islam, they're not there, brother. You understand? When you there, you don't fall back. You know, I used to be a man who set out a lot of trees, like apples, oranges. You understand? Them trees come up and they bloom, and then this tree be full of bloom. Level, full of bloom. You understand? But, okay, they have a test. This here, send a little wind by and see how many bloom falls off and how many stays on. You understand? They come up with a lot of fruit on it. Them trees is loaded. A little wind come by and test it and see how many them apples would be on the tree when the fall harvest comes, when you get ready to pick them. You understand? You can find lots of them on the ground. You're right or wrong. Why? Because they left the tree and try to go on its own. You don't see nothing on the ground now, you know. You don't see nothing on the ground when the fruit falls. You don't see nothing. But if you go back a couple of days, there's some little worm done crawled up there and got it. And start spotting it up. You understand? Our witness, Elijah Muhammad, I got witnesses. That tree was full, called fruit. You understand? Brother Johnny Muhammad knows that we was called fruit in the Nation of Islam. Fruit was in the Nation of Islam. The tree was full. You couldn't hardly sometimes get it. The message like Muhammad when you have a Savior Day, you couldn't get into place. You understand? When you lead, they had a wind blow them and test them. See if they're strong, you know? A little wind and test them and see if they're strong. They find out in a few days. Go back to your temple and count the people that you got in there after they have left there. You understand? I said, you wouldn't want to come along when I come along. I mean, in the Nation of Islam. You understand? It was something going on too. I went home many nights. I sat down and shed tears. I shed a lot of tears for what the people were doing to Messenger Elijah Muhammad. You understand? I went home a lot of times and shed tears. I'm telling you right. You brothers here who come in here now, you don't know what happened there. But you here, you know what's happening now. You have to be strong. Only the strong will survive. You understand? When the temple of Islam opened up, you shouldn't have a seat empty. Why? This is God talking through the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Somebody still don't know who the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is, because you were so busy thinking of other things that you didn't never think about who he was. Just like Minister Johnny Muhammad, Supreme Minister, Brother John Muhammad, Brother Ali Hunt, you don't know who we are today. You understand? Just like you don't know what that is. If you know what this is, if you know who Messenger Elijah Muhammad was, if you know who Brother Minister John, and we are who true followers of Messenger Elijah Muhammad, you will show them great respect. You would. You wouldn't have no alternative but to show them great respect. Why? Your life and your death depends on this. If you don't believe it, this didn't go to the east and kill nobody. This went up there and destroyed nations. You understand? If you want to hold on to that, you might wind up that same way. You don't have to go out here on the streets today. It's full of people. And they are me and your enemy. You understand? You can't be a friend of this and a friend of this. You can't be a friend of both of them. You got to love one and hate the other. And you got to hate one and love the other. Don't think too much. Never think too much about love. Because a lot of people don't know what love is. But it's a misunderstanding between two fools. If you don't believe it, try it out. This is love. This is love. And this is respect. If I respect you and you respect me, it goes a long way. You understand? You don't, after 41 years in the Nation of Islam, if you couldn't find anybody today have anything against Ali Hassan, you can't say nothing about him but good. Why? I respect you and you respect me. Listen, brother. You here in the Temple of Islam, in the Nation of Islam, let me tell you this. What you see me do, keep your mouth shut and mind your own business. What I see you do, keep your mouth shut and mind your own business. Keep my mouth shut and mind your own business. Why? You understand that? The message Elijah Muhammad said, he wrote letters to the Temple of Islam over here on Linwood. And he says to them, he said, brother and sister, I ask you to keep your mouth shut on anything that will harm you, or your brother, or your sister. He said that. You read there in the message of the black man, I think it's around there about page 31 or somewhere like that. He brings that to your attention in the message to the black man. You understand? I'm not a man, I haven't been in no public school. I've never been inside of a school in my life. And I don't regret it. I come a long way. I come where you have to go. I don't have true schooling in my head. You know, a person today, he sometimes have two brains. He have a good one and a bad one. You have a good brain. Somebody, that good brain get out of your head and get going, and old bad brain go out and look for him and leave you with now. You understand what I mean? This is what I'm trying to tell you. This is true. Brother and sister, what you see your brother do, shut up. And what you see your sister do, shut up. Because if ever one gets you saying something about him, you kill an enemy in the temple. That's an enemy in the temple. Because many people left the Nation of Islam. They didn't leave because they wanted to leave. They left on account of you and somebody else.
Come on, brother.
I know why. I was there. I'm a witness bearer. You understand? I'm a witness bearer. They left because there was somebody else. I like to say, I'm happy to see my son coming in today. I'm glad to see him out today. I said, that's my baby son. Glad to see him. But what I wanted to say, the fathers of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, you should always enjoy one of the fathers of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. A lot of times, people go to school and they pick up too many different books. And every one of those books saying a different thing. You understand? And then you get yourself crossed all up. What happened to the black people in America today? In their head, they got a computerizer. So, when you go to the devil's school, you mess up your computer. Like you got a computerizer and somebody else messes with it. When you get back there, you can't use it yourself. This is what happened to the black people in America. That's what happened to their brain. They got a brain, a computerized brain in their head. And they went to the devil's school. And the devil put all of his teaching in your head. Then when God come along and try to get somebody to get that brain straightened out, it's so twisted up that can't nobody handle it. Look at it today. Yeah, look at it today. Today, people standing halt between them two opinions. That say, if Baal be God, get with him. If Elijah be God, get with him. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad did not come here to make a fool. He came here and found you a fool. He had to straighten that out and make people respectful among the civilized peoples of the earth. Today, these people, what were following the Honorable Elijah Muhammad today, you don't want to see them when you meet them on the street. Why? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, when you fall away from Islam, you'll be brought to shame. You got black men today walking the street with gowns on, sandals. Look at them today. They are not respectable among civilized people. They growed up all from the face, all the head. You look like one, that old boy used to say, you look like a striped egg. You understand? You know, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad gives us lessons is why did Musa have a hard time to civilize the day of 2000 BC? What did he say? He was a savage. A savage, a person lost the knowledge of self and living a beast life. Why did Minister Elijah Muhammad have a hard time to civilize that? He was a savage. He had lost the knowledge of himself and out there living a jungle life, a beast life. That is what's happening today. You understand? We people are not careful enough. We're not careful enough how we act. We're not careful enough what we do. We just try to do everything to make us happy. That's not the case. If our people today don't follow the teaching program of the Messiah Elijah Muhammad, he's doomed. This is high noon, Judgment Day. Judgment Day is somebody have to be judged. You and I is on the witness stand. If you go to a ball game, you got the people in the grandstand and witness to the people on the playing field. You understand? You have to be a witness to the people on the playing field. But here, my brothers and my sisters, I want to tell you this. If you like it or don't like it, you're going to have to put up with it. In the book of Deuteronomy 4:19, it says only a few. But when the host of heaven look up and see the sun, moon, and star, he's going to be driven to worship. Believe it or believe it not. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad didn't come here to make you believe anything. His job was to teach you. When I was whipped around to shake the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's hand when I first come in the temple, he said, "Brother, have you joined me yet?" I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "I'm finished with you. I don't have nothing else to do with you. His job was to deliver you to God. And after that, forget about it." He told me that. I said, "Yes, sir, I believe that," because he was through with me. Why? Because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad didn't have time to teach everybody. He told them and kept on walking. The day coming when a person would not have time to tell you anything. You can come to the temple all you want, you won't have time to be taught. Time is moving, and it's moving so fast you can't even get out the way of it. Look at here, brother. You got 30 or 40 million people hanging up there. They hanging him. When you take people that's not doing anything, because their feet is not touching the ground, because if you're touching the ground, you move and go someplace or do something for yourself. You hanging up by your neck. I said I come from way back yonder. I know the devil way before the Honorable Elijah Muhammad told me. My grandmother taught us that the white man was the devil. You've been told that. I said that, what causing your problem today? Something you don't understand or something you don't know, and it's causing you a problem. Once you understand it, once you know, that problem have been solved. Right there. When you having a problem, it's something you don't understand, and it'll run you in a crazy house. Now, okay, in your Bible, tell you this: come out of her, my people. You be not partaken of her sin, you receive none of her plague. Why? Her sin have reached into heaven, and God have remembered her iniquity. What they have done to me and you have reached the whole dark world. And they have remembered her iniquity, what they have done to us. This is a true fact. Anything you want to know is written. But listen, now I'm going to tell you something, brothers and sisters. If I write you a letter and you don't read it yourself, somebody's going to tell you something that's not on it. You understand? It made me a mind. I'm going to tell you, it put me in mind. I was in Florida, in Miami, Florida. And they had a fella there who wrote a letter, who wrote a note and put it into an envelope. And what he wrote on there, inside. He wrote it in there, but he didn't seal it up. So he handed it to a fella. And he took it out and looked at it. And it says on there, keep this damn fooler going. He said, this ain't mine. He said, give it to that brother over there. And he kept walking around people all day long before they took and looked at the letter. That letter on there said, keep this damn fooler going. That's what was written in the letter. So if you bring me one and tell me that and I look in there and read it, I mean you want me to give it to the next person and keep a hand it to the next person and keep him walking. Keep him walking all day long if you don't look at it yourself. You understand? Listen, brother and sister. We look in the East today. Those people do not have this. What you see in this wall does not have this. They got a flag with green, blue, yellow, or white. They don't have this in there. Then you look farther in the East, they got this. It is not sitting like in this manner, but they're sitting on the end. One of them sitting way out there. They're right or wrong. That bull that you saw up there, it don't have this at all. And it's a battle between the Arabs and the Jews. The war is fighting between the Arabs and the Jews. You don't need to be fighting these people because you can't handle them. But you're fighting the Arabs and the Jews. Okay. If that, all this stuff has to be destroyed before you're doing any good to yourself. You understand? Now, the time that the devil dared Mr. Elijah Muhammad to come to Atlanta, Georgia in 1959. He said, if you come to Atlanta, Georgia, I will drive you and your fathers into the river. He said, you will find yourself at a lake of fire. You would rather have your head in a lake of fire and the fool with at least one of my followers. We loaded up buses, 15 buses from the Detroit city. We put signs on the side of the bus, all the way on the side of the bus, and put a devil under the wheel. We went south. We stopped at resting places. Our sisters dressed in them beautiful garments. We stopped at them resting places, big resting restaurants and things. The devil would jump off the bus and run in there and shoot all of them white people out. Say, y'all get out. Come on, y'all get out. We would go in there and put our sisters around them tables where them devils had been sitting. And us brothers lined it around the wall. And you could see the devil outside peeping through the window. Who is them people? You understand? But then when they look on the bus, the side of the bus, they say, Mr. Elijah Muhammad is coming to Atlanta. You understand? We got to Atlanta. We had the brothers. Brothers come from every direction. We put 3 rows of brothers on the roof. And we put 3 rows of brothers around the building. Them hillbillies come along all around. Ooh, look at them up there. You know, they come all around us. But they didn't stop. You know, they didn't check. They just kept moving. Them KK clan who were going to ride them in the river. You understand? I'm going to tell you, Mr. Elijah Muhammad was the most powerful man that ever walked the face of the earth. Yeah. Not only was Mr. Elijah Muhammad a powerful man, but we black brothers and sisters was the powerful people that ever been on the face of the earth. And we are still there. If it ain't but one, don't bother him. I'm telling you what I know. I don't tell you what I think. I seen the accident. I said I wasn't a Jehovah's Witness because I seen the accident all the way up. Every one of the ministers in the Nation of Islam, I know every last one of them. I was with them. But they hurt my feelings because they wasn't doing what the message told them. You understand? You take Malcolm for an instance. Malcolm would come from New York City. He would come from New York City at night, slip out down in the that university out there in Ann Arbor. So out there and teach them Jews. Listen, you brothers and sisters who got a post in the Nation of Islam, a captain, a lieutenant, or whatever you are, be careful. You understand? They lied to people. They lied to people to come here, slip out there and teach people, unknown to Messenger Elijah Muhammad. They bring him back, hypocrites. When the Messenger Elijah Muhammad first started, he had a nice captain. He had nice lieutenant. There's somebody, listen, I see it often. He had nice captain, had lieutenants. Those captains and lieutenants betrayed Messenger Elijah Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
Why? They messed around and destroyed the ministers of Messenger Elijah Muhammad. They destroyed the people, the labels of Messenger Elijah Muhammad. I was there, I seen it. I seen what happened. I said I'm not a Jehovah's Witness. I saw the accident. You understand? I'm telling you what I know and not what I believe. Them people destroyed the Nation of Islam. They went and got them. They used to, the doctors and things used to go to Chicago and meet up with them little brothers, them little children of Messenger Elijah Muhammad. But died Messenger Elijah Muhammad knowing he was there. You understand? He used to take these papers. You had to get 400 papers a week. The brothers working, they couldn't get those 400 papers a week. He took the paper, put them in a back room where we rest our coats and things. He put them in there, piled up the paper, went to Chicago, got Messenger Elijah Muhammad to come here. Listen to what I'm telling you. Got him to come here and teach the brother. He said the brother sold the paper and kept the money. You understand what I'm talking about? I was there. Messenger Elijah Muhammad come up. Up there he taught the people in Linwood. He told the people, I'm ashamed, brothers and sisters, that y'all sold the paper and kept the money. And that was the nation proud of. You understand? Okay. That brother, when you didn't take 400 paper, he'll throw you out the temple for 15 and 16 brothers every fruit night. We had plenty of brothers. 14 and 15 brothers every fruit night. He'd take them and throw them out the temple because they couldn't take 400 papers. You understand? They went to Philadelphia. I'm telling you what would happen in the Nation of Islam with your ignorance. He took the brothers in Philadelphia, throwed every one of them out the temple. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad sent a brother over there and got us to go to Philadelphia and get them brothers back in the temple and tell the brother put them papers in the corner. If the brother can't get but one paper, let him get that. Don't force nothing off nobody.
That's right. Right.
We had to go. The brother left the temple like they are today, went and set up temples in the city. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad had one temple in every city. One. Not two temples, but one. He set them up in different temples in different cities. I got all the temples that he set up. I know what I'm talking about. What happened? The brothers went out of the temple, set up temples in the city, took the flag and put them in their temple. The Honorable, I was one of the police brothers. I know what I'm talking about. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad had us to go to them cities and go in them temples and get this flag and bring it back to him and tell them, brother, teach whatever you want as long as you don't represent me. The same thing today. These brothers are very careful today about putting up this flag in their temple. If they don't, they should be. You understand what I mean? Now, their brother done the same thing then. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad stopped it. But today, we don't have enough people to stop it today. If we had enough people, we can stop it now. There are people running out the temple, sitting up there. Those people had not seen the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Hadn't know anything about him, but he wanted to make his house rent off the teaching, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's teaching. You understand what I mean? We are living in a day now when this stuff have to be stopped. And it have to stop fast. You don't have to have a lot of people. Such death doesn't depend on numbers. If you have two good ones, it's better than you have a house full of bad ones. That's the way it is in the nation of Islam. The God himself is in charge. I want to tell you something. In your Bible, the last book in the Old Testament, behold, I send you Elijah the prophet. When was you going to send him to me? Just before the great and dreadful day of the Lord. What does the great and dreadful day of the Lord mean? A great day for some people and a hell of a day for another. We are looking at that right now. That's what Elijah did. He brought you up to Elijah, but he didn't carry any further. That's the stuff you got to watch. The Bible took you up to Elijah, but he didn't carry any further. Listen, brother and sister. If I put a sign up on the wall today, on the streets out there, and say I'll be in the town tomorrow, I got a date on that sign. If you don't take that sign down when I leave, you'll find a plenty of fools coming along talking about he coming tomorrow. He's not looking at the date. He don't look at the date. He's looking at the sign. You understand? This is what people, the Bible done its spy. You keep on looking at it, but it's done its spy. You have to be careful about reading this book. If you got one word, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, that's enough to carry you a long way. One word. Allah is God. You understand? That'll carry you a long way. But if you keep on looking around, you'll get up so many other things till you'll forget what you said did. That's what you got to watch. We are living in a day that you had never seen since a man been upon the earth. I've been here a long time myself. I have never seen days like this one. Although they were some bad days, but I hadn't seen them like this one. You understand? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad made you a promise. The devil has a promise for you, and God has a promise for you. The devil said, all these things I give you if you worship of me. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad promised you and I money, luxury, good homes, and friendship in all walks of life. Why do you not have it? Because you hawk between two of your people. You got two of them. You got both of them in your head. You got that in there, and you're this in your head. You're trying to decide which way you go. You understand? You know, there's no use of any person making a mistake if he know how to travel. Every highway you go got a sign on it, or some kind. All in the city, every street you go in got some kind of sign. You understand? I might tell you to go this street, and you pass another street, you go on that. That's not the one I told you. You understand? Many people, every highway has a sign. Many people get on those highways and travel. Many people turn off all along. A lot of time you turn off with them. And you'll find yourself lost. That's why many people cannot travel the highway today, because they don't pay any attention to the sign they on. That's why they travel. That's why they get lost. A lot of them lost today. I hear in the city of Detroit, there are many people lost. They are lost because they didn't follow the sign. If you follow the sign, you know where you're going. If you turn it off and not paying attention to the sign, you don't know where you're going. That's bad. You understand? All of this here, I seen it all the way up. You got many people in here had never seen a man hanging on a tree. You understand? But I seen the accident. I seen it. I'm a witness. I'm a witness here and I'm a witness here. I know all of that, because I pay attention when I go along. Why? I haven't been to the devil's school. Why you don't pay no attention? You got a head full of everything. You understand? Anytime you find an educated man in the devil's school, you're looking at a fool. You understand? You see the fathers of the army of Elijah Muhammad going way over in another country for the death. Muhammad Ali was the father of the army of Elijah Muhammad. That's why he was named Muhammad Ali. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad giving that name of Muhammad Ali. But he went over there and got some devils out of over yonder in the other country, got them out for the devil. You understand? When he had streets full of Negroes, so-called Negroes, he had a whole lot of them out there to go out there and get them out because they hear Husky out there. Those people did not hear Husky over there like they hear Husky right here. America is full of Huskies. For over 431 years, them people are still Huskies. You won't find now an educated man or woman will go out there and get them. They don't go out there and bother with. He'll go 1,000 miles for the devil to try to get his Husky. You understand what I mean? You got to know what's going on today. The trouble that we are in today, the trouble that the black people's in today, is beyond your imagination. You understand? Now we have Honorable Elijah Muhammad been here 41 years, 42, something like that. The Bible said he been there 4 and 2 years, which is 42 years. He been here, and he gone. He not here now, but I'm telling you, brother, what's here now is going to make you cry. What they have now going on today is going to make you cry. It's going to make you suffer and suffer. The Honorable Elijah said it'll be 3 years, maybe 3 years before you eat. Don't tell me, because if you're leaning on a tree and the tree falls, you better find something else to lean on. This is a terrible time. Many people don't want to pay no attention to you. If you mention this, they don't want to hear it. They turn a deaf ear on you whenever you hear it. Listen, brothers and sisters. This here will separate anything. This here will separate you sure as the world. You understand? If you open your mouth by this will separate you from your family. This will separate you from your family. Because it is only truth. Truth, you either truth or you got falsehood. This is love and disrespect. You love this, but you have to respect this. People like love, but they don't care about respect. It's all over the city of Detroit that the people don't respect you when they even know that you're part of this. They don't want to respect you. But when you tell them this, he love you sure do. Look how the people say they love Mr. Elijah. I love you, dear Holy Pastor. I got tapes on it. You can get tapes on it. I love you, dear Holy Pastor. Yep. I love you, dear Holy Pastor. Where's that love? Where's that love for their Holy Pastor? If there were love for their Holy Pastor, he'd be sitting here with you.
Thank you. Right.
I said, be careful with love, brothers and sisters. Be careful with love, whatever you do. Love is a dangerous thing. Yeah, love is very dangerous. Respect is your goal. If you respect, you got friendship in all walks of life. If you don't believe it, I can tell you what I can do. I can take you with me around the cities. I've been in all these cities. With following the Honorable Elijah, I can take you around to him and I show you this respect. I don't care how he might be done fell away from Islam, but he will respect me. He will respect me. Why? I was with him. I was with all of them. I don't care where you go. I can take you there all around. Just say it right in the city. Saginaw, Muskegon, Grand Rapids, Flint. I can take you around to there. And when I drive up in the car, they come in, I don't have to walk. I wouldn't have to walk. They'd take me. Why? When they was here, I respect them. Those sisters and those brothers had to come to Linwood every Thursday night to the MGT and GCC class. Those brothers had to bring them. When the brothers come here, I would take the brothers and take them over the city. I'd travel around until the sisters get out. You understand what I mean? These sisters here, they used to have those feasts. You know, like on Saturday, they used to have them there big dinners and things. I would grab these carloads of sisters and brothers and take them up there. When I get out there, they say, I was waiting for you. I know you were coming. I did it. From all cities, we traveled from one city to, sister, you don't know how nice it was when you was in the Temple of Islam. If you went to a city, they had it ready. Everything was ready for you. You didn't have to borrow nothing. If you went to any city, you didn't have to borrow nothing. They had everything ready. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad be speaking someplace, he had it already ready. Them sisters and brothers would have them hotels. They had them big, fine buildings ready for you and I when we got there. We didn't have to worry about nothing. They went to Kansas City. They had the hotel set up for our sisters and brothers. When we got there, the devil formed a ring around the front door. They took the devil 2 rows deep. They locked arms together. The bus drove up there, and the sister got off. The sister went there and went under the arms of them devils, walked right through between them. We were standing there. Said, sister, go on there. And the sister went on and stayed in that hotel. And then a dog knew his head. I'm telling you what, this is powerful, brother and sister. You have to respect this. I don't care where you go. Even the devil himself respected it. If he didn't respect it, he wouldn't have a sword over it. Turn it down like that. Why that flag turned down, the devil wear it turned down? Because they won't hold water. You turn a cup upside down and drain the water out, but it leaves the bottom wet. That's what he got in there. On this flag, he got it turned upside down, the water and drain out, but he got the bottom wet to keep the soul up there, keep the soul alive. You know, water is the source of life. That little drop of water in the bottom of the cup got that soul still alive on the top of it. And he carried like that all the way around. You got your poor black, brown, dumb, and nigger brother walking around here with it on the back of his car. Look at it. That brother walking around here today with that soul, his own flag, turned upside down and got a soul on it, like the devil. You can't tell him nothing. Don't bother him for God's sake, because he's a dangerous man. I tell you, a brother and sister, I come in the nation of Islam, I was a real poor little man. I didn't have nothing. I was a real poor little man. You understand? When I got into Islam, I couldn't write my name when I come into the nation of Islam. I couldn't write my name, but I was grown and had a family. I didn't think it was necessary. In the devil's world, you ain't necessary. Make a crosswalk and go on about your business. It wasn't like that. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad made us write a letter. We wrote a letter. I couldn't write, but when I got into the temple, they brought me into a room and set me down and made me learn how to write. I sat there and read a few times, and if you wrote a letter to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, you made a bad mark over a letter, he'll send it back to you. Everything had to be right in exact. I know that for the fact. Well, listen, my wife herself, she had been to high school and college. It took her almost a year to get her letter wrote. I still got some of her writing at home now. It took a long time to get that letter wrote. But I had mine, and I was in there a long time. You understand? Because why? I was taught in the Nation of Islam. And all the teaching that I have come from the Nation of Islam. I said I was there a long time. I didn't never try to learn this. Why? Because I saw the one that did have it didn't do them any good. Listen, brothers and sisters. If you see somebody doing something that ain't doing them no good, why would you fool with it? Why would you fool with it? You understand? You have to be careful who you follow. You understand? I'm a person that never follow anybody. I ain't followed anybody. Not even the message followers. I didn't follow them because I know them all. You know, you sitting here, we know each other. If you don't know each other, you're not paying attention to each other. But it's necessary for you. In the Nation of Islam, it's necessary for you to know each other. You understand? How you know each other? You know them by how they respect you. You understand? You don't let anybody in the temple where you at have anything against you whatsoever. You understand? And if he got something against you, make him keep it to himself. Because if you go tell it, you got an enemy in the Nation of Islam. We are a bunch of people. We love the devil because he don't give us nothing. We love it because he don't give us nothing. What is the job? Listen, brother and sister. I was in the nation a long time. You don't have to go out there telling people who you are. Let them see who you are. Let them see it. I was in the nation a long time. And I never had anybody today to tell me that I'm a Muslim. I don't go out telling people I'm a Muslim. I don't go out telling people that. Let them find out. You understand? Out there in the society of the devil, you got all kind of things going on. You understand? If they don't see you doing it, you want to know what's the matter with you. You understand? You take places. You don't have to go out following anybody. You follow somebody sitting inside of you. That way you don't have no problem. I know what you know and you know what I know. So that's all that's necessary. You understand? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad don't want nobody in the Nation of Islam making no trouble with nobody. Why? You're protected by God. And he don't want you making no trouble with anybody. Leave him alone. Stay away from him. If you don't stay away from him, he can't harm you. But if you get with him, he might do you up. How long would it take the devil to pull you back into the side with him? How long? It take only just a few moments to put somebody aside of you. Hey, let's go to church tomorrow. And when you get in there, you're going back with it. I think today the Bible is a great book in the hands of a man, a wise person. But brother, don't let a fool get hold to it. Oh, don't let him get hold to it. Do you in a lot of trouble. Today, black people better wake up and wake up fast. He said the fire has ceased, but the war is still on. You would not live long enough to see this and that part. Why? Because this here is going to keep a burning. Keep a burning until it burns it down. You understand that? I know when the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said one thing, and I will never forget it. He said, if he didn't take you from the white man, he'll take the white man from you. Go ahead. Listen, brother and sister. At that time, okay, when was that? That was in the 50s. When did he take the white man from you? In the 60s. He took the white man from you in the 60s. Listen, where I live today, there was fine, big apartments. You couldn't hardly rest for them. Night and day they were raising all kind of sand. Listen, my wife says to me, he said, I think we better move. I said, no, don't nothing last forever. I said, no, we'll stay here. Don't nothing last forever. In 1967, me and my family was over in Cleveland, Ohio. They come on the news. Detroit is burning down. I got in the car and I lit out back home. When I got there, fire was everywhere. Fire was everywhere. I was surrounded by fire. All the houses around me was burning. You go along there today, nobody's house standing there but mine. You understand? I got plenty of room. All around me, ain't nobody's house standing there but mine. All the rest of them burned down. Back of the house, front of the house, all them big apartments, grocery stores, shoe stores, grocery stores, shoe stores, and all them beautiful stores were burning down. It was so much fire. They said, how would you do when the wood on the fire? I said, run like the hill and water fire. That's all you could do at that time. When I got back in, I saved mine. Only. Saved mine. I was in the house. And when I got here, fire was everywhere. Who done it? Black folk. Black folk. Black folk were running wild in the city throwing fire. You understand? You think you take ammunition to run the devil out of his district? No, brother and sister. Them brothers didn't fire a shot. They were running throwing fire. You put fire on the tablet back, he'll move. The day you look in the city, he's not here. You didn't take the army and blow him and shoot at him and missiles. You didn't take all them missiles and bombs and things to get the devil out the city. You took a match and lit it and got him out the city. Look at all the room you got. You're too dumb now to enjoy the room that you got in the city after God gave it to you.
That's right. You're right.
That's a shame. That's nothing but a drag. Listen, brothers and sisters, you can buy these old faith when the devil had all these houses. Sister, you couldn't go in the devil's neighborhood, all of these fine places. Where I lived never nothing but devil. You couldn't go nowhere, the devil's everywhere. Occupying them buildings. The day he gone. Why? The other life Muhammad said God told him, if he didn't take you from the white man, he'll take the white man from you. You can get him out today if you unite yourself together. You can get this land out here for a couple of days. He'll give you that land if you try to build something. You tell the devil today that you're going to build something on this big lot, he'll give it to you. Why? Because ain't nothing there in the first place. The city's growing up. While the black man and black woman walking around here using dope, drinking wine and drinking whiskey, smoking cigarettes, doing all of that, popping them out. While they're saying, go to where you at? Homeless. Right in between these two fingers. Wall. Wall don't have to be out there shooting. If you ain't got no money, you ain't got no food, you ain't got no home to live, you in war. This war mean a whole lot of different things. If you don't believe it, get out of food, the welfare will cut you off. That's war. Food stamps gone. That's war. What are you going to do about that? The war is on today. Listen, you haven't, you know, when old Reagan was a wild devil, when he used to get out of the door, he said, Nancy, you haven't seen nothing yet. He told you before he got out of the door, you haven't seen nothing yet. Judgment Day means that somebody's got to be judged. And you and I is on the witness stand. Look at him. He didn't get on there himself and tie that string around him. He was put up there by the devil. These black people today, you take beamer hooks and all of them. They're running around here talking about segregation, integration, all of that nonsense stuff. That ain't gonna do nothing for you and me.
No, sir.
He working for the devil. The church folk working for the devil, who have the name in the mark. He goes down with it. The Persian Gulf full of black people, black man and black woman, happy to be there. Happy to be there. You see them waving, patting. You see them how they act when they get there. They just as proud to be there. When bombs, the devil's bomb falling all around their head, nowhere to hide. The devil sitting in the Persian, done went up there in the desert, done cut holes all through there. When the desert was smooth, the devil went up there to kill the camels. Had carcasses of camels laying all over the place. He shot up everything up there. He done shot you up. You got your brain shot up.
got you shot up all over. Something wrong with you. Can't nobody get along with you. You evil. Somebody's trying to take, no, I don't want that mess. That's what they said. Look at him, sister and brother. Time brings about the change. It takes time to bring about a change. And the change is being brought about now. That clock is busy ticking on the wall. You ain't paying any attention to it. There's two things very important to black people in America today. That's the sign and the time. If you keep up with the sign, you will not get lost. If you keep up with the time, you won't be late. Black people and black man and black woman today is running late. You understand? Nobody wants to hear nothing. Just keep on trucking. It's going to come to a place that you're going to need somebody. I don't care who it is. But you know, I would say, these black brothers who were with Messenger Elijah Muhammad better start straightening up and fly right. Because it's not good to be in the hands of an angry God. Allah is an angry God. You understand? Listen. As Moses lifted up the serpents in the wilderness, so shall the Son of Man be lifted up. What do you mean by lifting up? Means to civilize it. You need to civilize it. Black men, because people are crying today, young black people are getting scared. Every week a pass. Not a week pass where the black man is not being killed. Why? By his own brother. The devil is so wise. He put the knowledge in his little black brother's head to go kill his own brother. If that black man take that gun and shoot at the devil, he'll never get another gun. If it's, killing is nothing but killing. If it's easy to kill your black brother, it's just as easy to kill the devil. You understand? Black people, you got to get this fair. This is not fair. Nobody here fears nothing. This is a ball of fire. That's right. This is knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to wise people. But it's fire to a fool. Try it out and see. Look at it. The people today have left the Nation of Islam and gone out there, and they don't know today where they're going to talk with them. They're trying to talk Arabic. They're trying to talk a different language. Leaving your language together, the Honorable taught you English. So you have no excuse of not knowing what he said. I don't think you can take the books of Mr. Elijah Muhammad, you can take his papers of Supreme Minister John Muhammad, you can take, ain't now a word in there too big for you to not understand.
That's right.
Ain't nothing in there. The way is so plain that a fool won't enter.
That's right.
I myself, I said I've never been to these devil's theology college and all that stuff. I've never been to his high school. I don't care about reading these long words because it don't mean that much. But I'm interested in reading the little stuff that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad put out. You can take anything that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad wrote. You can take anything that Supreme Minister John Muhammad is writing. You don't have to go nowhere and ask nobody, what is this word is? I don't care if you've never been in a school. Why? Because the words is so plain that a fool cannot misunderstand it. I will tell you right now, brothers and sisters, I'm going to bring my talk to a close now, but I want to say this to you. Wake up and wake up fast. You have done overslept yourself already. You have slept over 430-some years. And there ain't no use of trying to go to get your nap out now because the sun arose. That's the sun arose. And don't try to get your nap out now because you're already running late. You understand that? Wake up and wake up fast. And what's the matter with uniting yourself together? I don't mean to stick on together and paste yourself on together like that. Get your head together. Get your words and action together. And get up and start moving because time brings about a change.
Right.
We done been long enough. Look at him. Look in here at the people sitting around here today. When you know Mr. Supreme Minister John Muhammad is here, you should fly here.
That's right.
Nobody have to tell you. If you are follower of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, you following Supreme Minister John Muhammad, when they see you with your garment on in this late day and time, they should follow you.
That's right.
If they don't follow you, later. If they don't want you, later. Don't you worry about it. You understand? If the old song say, if you don't go, don't hinder me, because I'm on my way. If you don't go, don't hinder me, I'm on my way. So you can stay where you at, and we will watch you grow. When I say grow, I mean go. That's what I mean. I have to talk all kinds of different ways because y'all been to school. And you learned it, and you got the devil's rule, and you got the devil's education in your head. That's why you can't get you here. The only way to get you here, you got to take that computer out of your head and do it over again. That's right. I'm telling you right. I tell you one thing about it. It's bad to have a machine and try to operate it while a fool already had hold to it. This is the trouble of the day. Look at you today. Look at Jesse Jackson. Operation Push. Operation Push. Look at the fine call. When was the fine call? All the rest of them got this and they got that and got this and that, but they don't have this.
Right.
This is what you're going to have if you want to escape destruction of North America.
Right.
She's on the way. Destruction of the Gentile is on the way. You are trying to claim yourself to be a Gentile. The black people out here trying to claim themselves to be a Arab. Huh? Read the book of Romans 3 and 9. But both Jews and Gentiles, that's what Arab. The Jews and Gentiles do not believe in God. They believe in their own self. You understand? Now, later on down the line, watch what I tell you. Destruction of the Gentiles is on the way. You see it. If you don't come here to the Nation of Islam and learn what's going on today, you're going to be caught up in it. Come and let somebody teach you something. Because don't tell me that you know. I meet many people tell me I know already. Well, if you know already, there's nothing nobody can tell you. You understand? This here is still in operation. It's not the Operation Death, but the operation of North America. Every black man and woman today is caught up in this. You hanging on the tree of Christianity. Okay, but I pray before you these two signs, and you will halt between them two opinions. So I said to you in my conclusion, if Baal be God, stay on there. If Eli be God, come over here. If you don't come over here, stay right in between here. Right in there. That's wall. Food stamp. Food stamp. All kind of little chimney. And when you wind up, you're not going to get no butter. You ain't going to get no cheese. You ain't going to get no soda cracker. Just stay on there a little while. You understand? Because this for the disbelievers and this for the believers. If you believe you over here, if you disbelieve it, stay on there. We can do without you. Because if you come with us, you ain't going to be nothing but hell anyway. Look at what they done to Mr. Elijah Muhammad. They come over there and try to destroy the nation of Islam. Those people coming out over here who love Christianity. They call it Chrislam. They call it Chrislam. They don't quit talking about Islam. Chrislam. You're up here shouting in the nation of Islam. You should jump for joy and quit shouting. You understand? Jesus is all right. Because Jesus means justice. But the Jesus they told you don't mean justice. Stay on there. When you come into the nation of Islam, quit paying attention to what you hear people saying. Throw away all them old, what you call them old gospel books. Quit looking at too many different books. Because you're confused already in all of them. Don't none of them say the same thing and all wrote from the devil. I'm telling you right. You understand? Many people took the Holy Quran. Many people have took the Holy Quran and made it a Bible. They said Jesus died on the cross in the Holy Quran. You understand what I mean? Called it back. Brother told me that I don't believe in nothing but the Holy Quran. I said, don't believe in that because you don't know anything about it. I'm going to bring my talk to a close. I enjoy talking to you today because it's very seldom, brothers and sisters, that you will see a father or other under Elijah Muhammad standing before you saying anything. Those that know it, don't tell it. Those that tell it, they don't know it. Always remember that. You understand? You understand? Yeah. If Supreme Minister John Muhammad walked and talked with God, and somebody come along and said something else different, he don't have to pay no attention to it. He saw the accident. So them people out there trying to confuse people, all of them is Jehovah's Witnesses.
Go ahead, brother.
Because didn't none of them see the accident. That's why I tell you that. I don't care who talk to you. He said, I'm a Baptist, Methodist, sanctified, a holy road, and whatnot. He didn't see the accident. They talking about Jesus. They didn't see him. You understand what I mean? I'm a witness bearer. I'm glad today that I was able to see Messenger Elijah Muhammad, the last messenger of God. You understand? I didn't see a lot. But I saw a man who see the man did see him.
Right.
That's a witness right there. You understand? So I always believed that the God was somewhere. But I didn't see him and didn't see nobody did see him. But today, sisters and brothers, I last long enough. I last long enough to see a man who walked and talked with God in person. You understand?
Right.
And he's a true and a living God, and he's able to come to the rescue of living people. But dead God can't do nothing for you, and he couldn't do nothing for himself. If your husband dies, sister, don't lean on him no more, because he can't do you any more good. That's the same way as Jesus. That man was taking care of you. That was Jesus. He was giving you food, clothes, and shelter. That's what God do. Give food, clothes, and shelter, money, friendship, and all walks of life. That's God. If you find anybody that can do that, that's God. But when you find somebody that can't give you anything, that's the devil. So I bring my talk to a close, and I enjoy speaking to you. As I say, it's seldom you can find a father that Elijah talking to you because they don't want you to see him. Don't want nobody to see a man who followed the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. They don't want you to see, don't want nobody to see Supreme Minister John Muhammad. That's why they don't come here. They don't want nobody to see him.
That's right.
They don't bring their followers him because they know what he take them from him, because if you know the truth will make you free.
Right.
And while you ain't free today, you're buried under falsehood. This a graveyard. If it wasn't a graveyard, the cross is standing on your head, that's a graveyard. You go out to 13-mile road and look. Somebody under there. And he gonna stay under there. You go out to the church, somebody under there, you gonna stay under there because you ain't gonna get him out. So I bring my talk to a close. I turn you in the hands of our brother, Brother Sabi, the National Secretary, representative of the Honorable Life. Y'all pardon me because I got to keep up with it because I don't want to forget anything. Not here in the nation of Islam. I don't want to forget nothing. So I turn you over in the hands of Brother Sabi, and he take you further into this truth that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad gives. Whether you believe it or believe it not, just don't you forget what he tells you.
Go ahead, brother.
That's what when you meet your sisters and brothers out there in the street, tell your sisters something and tell them whether you believe it or believe it not. Just go ahead and don't forget it. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, brother.
Assalamu alaikum. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, we thank Allah who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad for blessing us with a divine leader, a divine teacher, in the person of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. It is a great honor and a great pleasure to stand on this rostrum that has been made possible for us through the suffering of God and his messenger, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
That's right.
And the messenger's brother, Minister John Muhammad, the Supreme Minister of the Nation of Islam. I am very happy and thankful to Allah, brothers and sisters, for being here. And I want to thank Minister John Muhammad for giving me this privilege and this opportunity to come before you and give you the greetings in the past that we did not know, the greetings of peace,
Right.
of Assalamu alaikum.
Thanks, man.
It's a great blessing just to be here,
Yes, sir.
That's right, brother.
That's right.
That's right, brother.
Yes, sir.
just to be here. Allah had blessed all of us. He blessed us so much. You know, just to be alive today is a blessing.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right, brother.
Yes, sir.
And to be sitting here in a holy sanctuary,
Right.
we have to give the praise and thanks to Allah
That's right.
and to his messenger, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. There has never been a man suffered for our cause and for our rise, for our freedom, for our justice, and for our equality like God and his messenger suffered right here in this city.
Yes, sir.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, well, let me say this. I've heard someone say recently that no one has ever suffered any more than they have suffered.
Listen.
But brothers and sisters, there has never been a man, a leader, or a messenger suffered as much as the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
So I am not going to sit back and let someone take that credit. No.
That's right.
I remember the messenger saying once, he said, brother, he said the hypocrites was after me, and they were behind me so closely that I went in my front door, kissed my wife, and kept going out of the back door. These were hypocrites, black hypocrites,
Right.
black haters of God's messenger.
That's right.
And some of them still in existence today.
That's right.
Don't you think now they love what Minister John Muhammad is teaching? Don't you ever think
That's
that?
right. That's right. Teach it.
They hate him for the namesake of his brother.
That's right. Right.
That's right. That's right.
But that's all right. We don't expect for everybody to love us.
That's right.
That's right, brother.
Then if everybody start loving you, then you better check yourself out.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. If everybody loved you and hugged you and kissed you, then it's something you are doing that is displeasing to God. Because everybody doesn't love God.
That's right.
Jesus said they hate you for my name's
That's
sake.
right.
So the peoples today hate our brother, Minister John Muhammad, for the sake of Elijah Muhammad.
That's right.
And they may hate you and I for the sake of John Muhammad.
That's right. Teach.
If we bear witness that he is the man today, they're going to hate you.
That's right.
And you know who they're going to go to first to back up their hatred? They're going to go to their family,
That's right.
to his family. They're going to walk around and say, well, you know, is Minister John Muhammad treating you nice?
Listen.
Dropping, that's right, brother. Dropping a seed.
That's right.
But if that seed comes up, we have some poison for that seed.
Right. All right.
Yes. Do you love John Muhammad? Well, you know, John Muhammad promised me something, but he never gave it to me. That's a seed they're dropping.
That's what they say.
The John Muhammad, is he good to you? Blah, 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 blah. You know? And maybe he didn't let some of you do like you want to do. From the family. From his own family.
Yes, sir.
From his own blood family. This is what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir. Teach it.
Well, you know, John Muhammad, you know, that's my father, or that's my uncle, or that's my husband, that's my cousin. He's all right, but.
Right. That's what they say.
They're always going to believe the but there.
Right.
And they want you to pick up on the but.
Right? Teach on the butt.
But when they pick up on the but, we're going to set them down on their butt.
Go ahead, teach it, brother. Go ahead, teach it. Go ahead, teach it.
Y'all all right?
Right.
All praises is due to Allah.
You all right?
You know, there's only one God,
Yes, sir.
and he's a mighty powerful God,
That's right.
who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad and raised up the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Right.
You know, we are in a trying time today.
Yes, sir.
We are in the days of God. We are in the days of judgment. These are the days of judgment.
That's right.
And what does judgment mean? What are we saying when we say we are living in the days of judgment? You may say, well, the judge made a judgment against so and so and so in the behalf of so and so and so. And they found him guilty. God today is judging.
That's right.
God has already found the white man guilty.
Right.
And he deserves what he's going to get from God.
Right.
He worked for it.
That's right.
And he's going to be paid according to his work.
That's right. Yes, sir.
The Caucasian white man worked, and he worked hard
Listen.
from day one up until this very hour. He worked and he worked and he worked faithfully.
That's right.
And God is not going to shortchange him for his work.
That's right. Go ahead, teach it.
God is going to give him a full day's pay.
That's right.
And he's not going to subtract one penny from his salary.
That's right.
Because the man earned it, right?
That's right.
Did not he beat and kill and raped us
Right.
for 400 long years? Did not he chase the messenger all over the United States of America?
Right.
He worked for that.
That's right.
And he's going to be paid for his work.
That's right.
If he killed us, and he did. He raped our woman, and he did.
That's right.
He worked us for 300 and some odd years and didn't give us a payday. God gonna pay him for that.
That's right.
Well, what we're looking at, I know we have it made. Speaking of black people, I would not be too sure of that. I would not be too sure of that. You have worked also.
Right.
And you too going to be paid. You too are going to be judged.
That's right.
You're going to be judged by what you did, and you're going to be judged by what you said. You're going to be judged by your action
That's right.
and your behavior towards the teachings of Islam.
That's right.
And the teacher of Islam, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. We have rejected his teachings.
Right.
We have tried to sabotage his teachings. We did everything in our little insignificant power to squash, to cover up the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Right.
we too shall be paid. We know the truth. Right? And as the book says, he that knows the truth will be whipped with many stripes. And since we know the truth, God is going to whip us. We should come together as one. We should come together.
That's right.
Oh yes, we should come together as one. And we should separate ourselves with those who hate and dislike the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and his God, Master Farad Muhammad. There's many little groups in America today who call themselves Muslims. God did not come to teach us, and then after he teach us and we learn of his teaching, then we separate and split up his teaching. That was not the reason for God coming. God came to unite all of us behind one leader. Not two leaders or three leaders, but one leader. And this is the reason that the peoples in the Middle East are catching so much hell today. They have split up their religion. You got Sunnis in the Middle East. You got Orthodox in the Middle East. You got Shiites in the Middle East. God did not give those people those names, right? They named themselves that because they wanted a little house over here by themselves. They want a little group by themselves. So when W.D. Muhammad came on the scene,
Right?
Wallace Muhammad, the son of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he came and he split up the religion. He believed in that which the Orthodox teach, that which they teach in Mecca, in Saudi Arabia, in Egypt, and the other Muslim countries. But there's only one religion, and that religion is Islam under the guidance of Elijah Muhammad. Wallace Muhammad has neglected to carry out the principles of Islam taught by his father. He hates his father.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Did no good come out of his mouth. He spewed lies and hatred against the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Call Elijah Muhammad a trickster. Call him a liar. Call him a thief. Call him a robber. Right? How can we love such a man? How can we follow such a man? How can we look at such a man? How can we love such a man? I have no love for Wallace D. Muhammad. Now I know before the sun goes down, Wallace Muhammad or some of his followers would know exactly what I said. I wish that they didn't have to get it second-handed. I wish they would hear it, they hear it for themselves.
That's right.
The day we become afraid to speak the truth, we shall lay down and die.
That's right.
That you are not looking at a man that is afraid to speak the truth. My life and my death is for Allah. And my life and my death is for you. He stood up on the roster where truth, where justice, and where equality was taught. He stood on that same holy roster and blasphemed Elijah Muhammad. Where truth was taught, where wisdom was taught, where knowledge was taught, where love and brotherhood was taught, where unity was taught. Wallace stood up and taught hatred against his father and against those of us who follow his father. When Minister John Muhammad began to speak out against his nephew and our cousin, you look at him and say, well, he should not talk about the son of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I should say that's not the son of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That is his biological son, but that is not his spiritual son. He did not teach him that kind of behavior. Right? Where did he get his teaching from? He got it from the East. And I don't mean from Master Farad Muhammad. He got it from the Orthodox Muslim. And the Orthodox Muslim hate Elijah Muhammad with a passion. Even the people in Mecca today, they hate Elijah Muhammad. They don't want you to say that God came to America and raised up the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. They don't want you to say that. They don't want you to say God came in America in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. They don't want you to recognize these two great men. Right? But I said to you, my beloved brothers and sisters, from this day forward, you're going to see calamities ravaging America. Throughout the United States, you're going to see widespread death and widespread property damage. Allah is angry today. Here's the holy city Mecca, the so-called holy city Mecca. Even the Quran teaches us. It says, warn the mother city. Where is the mother city? It is in Mecca. Right? Yes, brothers and sisters. You say, well, you're talking against the holy people? They aren't holy. No. What makes you think they are holy? A holy divine person believes in Allah. A holy and a righteous and a divine party or people, they don't call on the devil to back them up. They call on God to back them up. What did Saudi Arabia do? The mother city. Did they call on Allah to come help me to win this war against Saddam? No, they said, my great white masters in America, come on, white America, we need your help. And if they had believed in God, they would have called on Allah. Right? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad stood in America for 40 some odd years. Never called on the white man, never called on the Arab, never called on nobody but Allah. Every leader that stood up in the 30s, in the 40s, in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the white man killed them. Or if he didn't kill them, he silenced them. But they couldn't silence Elijah Muhammad. Right? Why? Because Elijah had a God with him, the true and the living God. The white man, if you notice him today, he got his chest stuck out now, brothers. Oh, yes, that chest is stuck out so far, you can sit on there and ride on his chest. Yes. I'm a bad dude. I whipped little Iraq. I made her get on her knees. I made her submit. What do you expect there's 28 men jump on you? You think you can whoop 28 men? No, brothers and sisters. I think Iraq put up a hell of a good fight. Yes. Fighting 28 nations. Not 28 little satellite, but 28 big nations. And the book says, who can win a war against this beast?
That's right.
Who is able to win against her? You can't win no war against this great big bully America. No, you can't, brothers and sisters. Let's face it. And this is not what God intended for. God wants this man.
That's right.
Can't nobody handle America but God.
That's right.
God and his messenger, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And brothers and sisters, this beast going to be brought down to the side of hell.
That's right.
Right.
This devil going to be brought down to our side so we can kick her around, slap her around. Right? Oh yes, it's on its way right now. It's in the works now.
That's right.
All praises is due to Allah
Yes, sir.
for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad
Right, brother.
and for those who stood up for us when we wasn't able to stand up for ourselves. We have not been always able to stand up for ourselves. Right? No, brothers. There was a time I wouldn't stand up here and talk the way I'm talking today. I was afraid to. But no, Elijah Muhammad, brother, taking the fear out of me and put a backbone in my back. All praises is due to Allah. Saudi Arabia or any of the Muslim country can't take the credit for winning the war. They can't say God was with us. They can't say that. They can say the devil was with us.
That's right.
The devil.
Right.
And I want to say to you, brothers and sisters, the Muslims who embrace the Western power or Western powers, they're going to regret this.
That's right.
They're going to regret it. Our Lord is making up the clouds right now.
Right.
Some parts he's making up the clouds and some parts he's taking the cloud away. Right? Look what happened in Los Angeles. They haven't had a good rain in Los Angeles in what, 5 years?
Right.
The messenger said, when there's no rain, there is no rain. And when rain comes, too much comes. And look what's happening in Los Angeles right now. Too much rain, but yet not enough rain. This white man is really in hell today, brother. He made it for himself. This is not a hell God made for him. He made it for himself. So God's going to kill him in that which he made for himself. This religion here, where is it? Oh yes, here it is. This religion here is not, is not our religion. And since this is not our religion, we should not ever call on anybody out of this religion to help us to win a war.
That's right. Right.
And when you call on people to help you in this religion, you are calling on them to help you fight God.
That's right.
That's right, brother. That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Anyone out of Christianity comes over here to fight this, they are fighting God themselves.
That's right.
Right, brother.
You may say, well, Mr. Bush is all right. The Christians is better than they used to be. If if you notice today, they let us sit with them today. They let us ride in the front seat today. They're not like they were a few years ago. White folks is all right today. Christians are all right today. This is what we are saying. But they are not all right, brothers and sisters. No, no. They're a long way from being all right. They're all wrong.
That's right.
You see black brothers and black sisters sweethearting with this blue-eyed devil.
That's right.
They love us. They don't treat us like they used to. And I don't know why y'all Muslims should be talking about those good white folk. If it weren't for white folk, what would we do?
What they say.
You know this is what we are saying. What would we do if it weren't for good white folks? If it weren't for good white folk, we would have freedom, justice, and equality. If it wasn't for good Christians, good white Christians, we wouldn't be on the welfare. We would die. We would suffer. They give us money. They give us food stamp. What in the hell is a food stamp?
That's right.
A handout. You don't want no handout.
Right.
You want the whole country.
Right.
The whole country belongs to you.
That's right.
Why should you ask for a loaf of bread when you can get the... Why should you ask for one slice of the bread when you can get the whole loaf?
That's right.
Huh? But they're going to pay for all they have done.
That's right.
All they have done. They're going to pay for it. This going to eat this up.
Right.
This is going to burn this up. Islam going to burn up Christianity.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
You say, well, my mother was a Christian. Who told you your mother was a Christian? My mother told me she was a Christian. How did your mother know? Her mother told her. How did she know?
Right.
You can trace it right on back to the plantation.
That's right.
That's right, brother. All the way back home. All right.
Who told black people they were Christian? We were not Christian when we first came to America.
That's right.
We were saying, Assalamu alaikum.
That's right.
Wa alaikum salam. Allah is God. There is no God but Allah. But after we gotten over here in the West and was kidnapped by this dirty dog,
Right.
right?
That's right.
After being kidnapped and brought to the Western Hemisphere, we learned that God was Jesus and Jesus was God. A messed up religion. And that's why you are messed up.
That's right.
You are messed up because you have a messed up religion. And the white man did it on purpose, right?
That's right.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You say, well, what is my religion? This is your religion. Your religion is freedom, justice, and equality. Your religion is not Christianity. It is Islam. Right?
That's right.
And brothers and sisters, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad says, we should take this religion and the cross and the Bible and put it in a garbage can
Right.
and beat the cracker across the head with the can with all of his material in the can.
That's right. That's right, brother. That's right.
Right.
That's right. They can be shooting up like girls.
Yes. You think Muslim hung this brother here?
Sir.
Who do you think put our brother on the tree? It was a white Christian.
That's right.
White Christian lynches black Christians. Right?
That's right.
White Christian subjugates against black Christians.
That's right.
White Christians won't let this man, after they kills him, they won't even bury him in the same cemetery with them.
That's right.
That's right. That's right, brother.
And he killed the black man. Right? I don't want want this nigga lined up in a cemetery with my white, lily white people.
That's right.
When are we going to wake up and come to our arms and unite together? This is the key. Uniting is the key today.
That's right.
Uniting is our salvation. If you don't unite, brothers and sisters, there's no salvation for us.
That's right.
Here's a man that's dead now, that was killed by the white man, don't want him even buried in his own cemetery. The white man will let his dog be buried in the cemetery before he will allow you to be buried there.
Right.
He loved his dogs more than he loved the black man. Right?
Right.
Oh, yes. This is a fact. But you said, well, white folks is all right. We got to learn to forgive and forget. I said, live and remember.
That's right.
Not to forget. Yes. We shouldn't hold no hatred in our heart against white folks. Jesus said, I hate my enemy with a perfect hate. If Jesus said so and God said so, what's wrong with you hating your enemy? I said, you hating the wrong man. You hating self and kind. You should hate the devil if you're going to hate anybody. Don't hate your own black brothers and sisters. Don't kill your own brothers and sisters. Kill the devil. And the best way to kill the devil is to bring him here.
That's right.
What do you mean bring the devil here for him to be killed? Huh? The devil, brothers and sisters, once you bring a black man here and let Minister John teach him and get that white man out of his head,
Right.
you have killed the devil.
Right.
Right? Because what's in your head is not you. That's not you that's in your head. It's a black head with a white mind. And when you hear Minister John Muhammad teach you of God and his messenger and the wisdom of God, he will put that in your head, and that will drive out the enemy's knowledge that you have in your head.
That's right.
Right? And you then will become a full-fledged black man, saying, Allah is the greatest.
That's right.
I love black. I will fight for black. I'm going to die for black.
Right.
Right? This is what we must do today.
Right.
Not look at the white man. I have no love for white folks myself. And I have no love for those who love white folks. And as I said, get back to Wallace. I don't have no love for Wallace.
Right.
Out of all he did to the nation of Islam, you got thousands and thousands of black brothers and sisters, Muslims out there in the street, would be in the mosque today if it had not been for Wallace Muhammad.
Right.
And you know that's the truth. A lot of our people that was here when the messenger left us, when Wallace got through tampering with their mind, they lost their mind. This is the truth. I am not lying to you. They went stone crazy. We ourselves are lucky to be here. I thank Allah for keeping me, brothers and sisters. I thank Allah for keeping me with a good sound mind. I could have been one that was behind bars, crazy as a Beelzebub.
That's right.
Minister Farrakhan said he went to a place there in Chicago. They invited him there, and he said there was hundreds and hundreds of black brothers and sisters behind bars, crazy nuts, simply because of what Wallace had taught them, that Allah was not God. Wallace taught that,
Right.
that Allah was not God. And Elijah Muhammad was not God's messenger. And that's not all. Some of the messenger's family right today, I don't mean just Wallace. You got other members of the messenger family. Don't believe that Elijah Muhammad is the divine messenger of Almighty God. They don't believe that Master Farad Muhammad is God Almighty by himself.
That's right.
They don't believe that. They said it to my own face. That's why we have to look at Minister John Muhammad, and that's why we have to say all praises is due to Allah for him.
That's right.
Anytime that I see a man stand up and fight for truth and fight for justice the way I see Minister John Muhammad, you got to love the man, brothers and sisters. You got to support the man.
Go ahead, teach it, brother.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Just show 'em.
Allah is God. I can bear witness that Allah is God, and I bear witness there is no God but Allah. And I can bear witness and declare to the world that Elijah Muhammad is his messenger.
Hey,
Make no mistake about it. You have to love this man. Right? I feel so bad today looking at just a few people here with such a great teacher sitting behind us. I'm telling you the truth, brothers and sisters. The messenger didn't leave this man here just to talk to two or three. He left this man here to talk to the world. Where is the world? You got to bring the world to him. I'm not bawling you out. I'm telling you the truth. I have no authority to bawl you out. But I'm just going to tell you the truth. Out of all you see these other hypocrites that have done to the teaching of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And here's a man standing up saying, I bear witness that Master Farad Muhammad is God.
right.
Isn't that what John Muhammad saying today? And he said, I bear witness that God who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad taught my brother.
Right.
That's what he said. That's wonderful, isn't it? Had a brother that's left back here by a brother saying, I bear witness that God taught my brother.
Right.
And I said to you, wherever you go, whoever you talk with, let the world know that Elijah was taught by God.
Right.
All praises is due to Allah. Allah had a great crown waiting for this brother
Right.
for standing up in the hills of North America and especially in Detroit.
Right.
This is a snake's pit.
That's right.
Detroit is a snake pit, brothers and sisters. And I mean, you got snakes here so big they look like human beings. They are human beings. Snake-like human beings, snake-like characteristics exist in our people.
That's right.
The messenger said himself, they ran God out of Detroit.
That's right.
I think Minister John Muhammad is lucky. They ran God out of this city. They ran Elijah out of this city. John is still here. Oh, brothers and sisters. If you think that Allah is not God, you are badly mistaken. This brother couldn't be here if he was not God.
Right.
And I said, he has two people backing him up today. He got God himself in person, and he has Elijah Muhammad. They are backing him up. You see, the word of a man never dies. You can kill the flesh. The flesh may perish. The flesh may die. But the word that came out of that flesh will never die. You understand? Elijah Muhammad, my beloved brothers and sisters, his word is just as much alive today as it was if he was standing on this rostrum himself.
That's right.
And the Bible says, in the beginning was the Word.
Right.
The Word is a powerful thing,
That's right.
right?
Right.
The Word is an old word. In the beginning. Now, can you think and imagine how long the beginning was? In the beginning was the Word. And the Word was God.
Right.
Listen now. The Word was God, and the Word was with God.
Right.
That's powerful, and that's heavy, isn't it?
Right.
In the beginning was the Word. Look like to me they are putting the Word before they put God. It seemed like the Word brought God into existence. Let's think, brothers and sisters. The Word. The Word. John Muhammad, you have the Word.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
I know you know it. I'm just bearing witness that I know it too. That's all.
All right.
In the beginning was the Word. The Word brought this into existence.
That's right. All right.
The Quran said, Allah said, be, and there it is.
That's right.
And it could not have came into existence unless he spoke a word. Right? We didn't know white folk was devils. We thought they was God's elects, God chosen people, God best people. Right? Until a word was spoken. And that word was spoken by God himself. Said, look, Elijah, all white folks are devils. He said the little ones are devils. The big ones are devils. The skinny ones are devils. The thin-lipped ones are devils. Right or wrong? All praises is due to Allah for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That devil that's on his way out to breathe our good breath today is coming out, a devil to kill our people. They all are devils.
That's right.
All of them, every last one of them.
That's right.
And I can't help because you married to a thin-lipped devil, a stringy-haired devil, a stinky, smelly devil. I said to you today, if you have one home that you left behind, go back home mad as hell. Raise up the one and throw her out of the window. Thank you. All praises are due to Allah. And make sure she's dead. You don't like this, do you? I can't help whether you like it or not. The truth must be told. I didn't carve this truth up. This ain't nothing that I thought up. No. God brought this truth. We didn't expose the white man. God exposed the white man. God taught Elijah Muhammad that white folks are devils. He said, well, can't y'all talk about something else? We got to talk this way to get you away from them. You love the sweetheart with this stringy-haired beast, with her belly hanging down to her knees. And that's the only one you can get anyway, is the old fat, ugly, look like 10 miles of bad road. You go after just like his pound cake with ice cream on the side. What's wrong with you, black man? Look at your beautiful black woman. Go to your own kind. Seek your own woman. And keep this snake away from yours. Don't let him inject his old poison disease into the vein of our beautiful queen. No, brothers and sisters, we think more of our crop than we do our woman. When we plant our tomatoes, and a worm get on there, even before the worm get on the tomato, we spray poison on the tomato leaves to keep the worms away. Huh? Should not your woman mean more than a tomato to you? Your woman is your field. Your woman is your garden. That's producing for you. Protect your black woman.
That's right.
Not only from white men, but all strange men.
That's right. That's right. Teach.
White men coming through our neighborhood. I'm coming to a close. White people coming through our neighborhood, whistling at our woman, winking their eyes at her, tooting their horn at her. Right? You know it's the truth.
That's right.
Some of you don't want to bear witness because you know white folks are in trouble today. And you don't want no white folks in trouble. When white folks in trouble, you almost die. When white folks start grieving, they have to take you to the hospital.
That's right, brother.
You get on your knee, Lord, Lord, Lord. Help Mr. Charlie.
That's right.
Lord, they've been good to us. And here come old blind Reverend. He just as blind as you are. Lord, forgive them. They know not what they do.
That's right, brother. That's it.
And I said to Reverend, yes, they know what they do. You don't know what you say.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
You mean to tell me white folks don't know what they are doing? You mean to tell me when Bush went to the Middle East, he didn't know what he was doing? They said over the radio, the television this morning, they estimate, this is an estimation, that they killed over 50,000 of Iraqs.
Right.
And if they said 50,000, it's probably 150,000.
That's right.
Right. Double.
That's right.
That's right.
And they're making mockery of the death of our Muslim brothers.
That's right.
This blue-eyed devil, he ain't nothing but a devil, brothers and sisters. I don't care whether you ever love me anymore, if you love me in the first place. Your white friend is a devil,
Right.
a skillful devil. You're not dealing with no punks today
Right.
when you're dealing with the white man. This white man here called angels to fall out of heaven. He went into the holy city where the wise men are, brothers,
Right.
and got these wise men on their side.
That's right.
Yeah, he did.
This is a terrible beast. This is a terrible beast. But who is able to make war with him? We didn't know yesterday, but we know today.
That's right.
God Almighty can make war with this beast.
That's right.
Allah can destroy him in 1 hour. They boasting about it took them 100 hours
Right.
to destroy Iraq. 28 nations. That ain't no big deal. God said he can destroy you in 1 hour. And it doesn't take 1 hour if he choose not to.
That's right. That's right, brother.
Right.
This blue-eyed white man. Our people hate each other because of the teaching of the white man. Right? The white man got our own family hating us.
That's right.
You know it's the truth
That's right.
because of the white man's teaching. Our Muslim babies, sons and daughters, have become in the clutches of the hand of white Christians.
That's right.
That's right.
Our babies that we raised up for Muslims,
Listen.
that we raised up in the house of God. They got out there and got into the hand of Christians. This is true, brothers and sisters.
Right.
Don't think I'm picking on nobody. No, don't ever think that. We're telling you the truth.
That's right.
And when we tell you the truth, run away from this devil and come to Allah.
That's right.
Come down here to Minister John Muhammad. He'll take you to Allah,
That's right.
That's right.
to freedom, justice, and equality. That's all you need. There was a time, and we got brothers and sisters sitting in here that can bear me witness.
That's right, brother.
There was a time when my son could not go out with a Christian girl. You know that?
Yeah, it was.
There was a time when my Muslim daughter could not go out with no Christian man. I don't care whether he was black or white.
That's right, brother. That's right. Listen.
You will be excommunicated. You will be put out.
That's right.
When you associate yourself with Christians in the love way of making, you are not going to convert them. They're going to convert you. It has never failed yet. You can't lie down with a dog unless you get up with fleas.
That's right, brother.
Right or wrong? If you lie down with the Christians, you're going to get up thinking like Christians. And that's one thing my mother used to say to us all the time. If you lay down with a dog, you're going to get up with some fleas on you. And brother, that's good. That's good teaching. Oh yes, that's good teaching. Yes. If you lie down with the righteous, oh praise it due to Allah. If you lie down with the righteous only after you say, I will, not high heels.
That's right, brother. That's right.
Did you get it?
Yeah. All right now. Listen.
The righteous should not lie down with no man or no woman until they say, I will.
That's right.
Will you take this woman to be your lawful wedded wife? I will. Don't say high heels. I will.
That's right, brother. That's right, brother. That's right.
Allah is after us today. I'm here to tell you today, Allah is after us. And if we don't submit to Allah, He gonna drive you up the wall. He gonna drive you stone crazy. And I can tell you with truth, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said at his dinner table once, I never will forget. He said, I'm going to teach you, ministers, how to tell a hypocrite that is in your midst. I'm going to teach you how to tell them. And this is the truth. He said they'll see something crawling on the wall and ain't nothing going on the wall.
Yeah.
You will say, there go a roach. And ain't nothing there but clear wall. You ask him, did you do so and so and so? No. He said, you can tell they'll get fight mad. You ask them, they know you hit them dead in the head. No, not me. I didn't say that. No. They have a fit. See? And when you find yourself doing that, you can say, look, I'm a hypocrite.
That's right, brother. That's it.
All right. You know, when a person tells the truth on you, you submit to the truth. Right?
That's right.
It's hard to submit to the truth. It's difficult to submit to the truth. Did you do so and so? No, not me.
That's right.
The little boy is still a cooking. Did you get the cookie? No, mama, not me, mama. No, mama.
That's what he said.
And got the cookie in his mouth. Mama, got the cookie in. You see, it's hard to tell the truth. But this is the day of judgment.
Right.
This is the day of Allah. Allah is in our midst right now.
Right.
Allah is not to come. Allah is here. Allah is here in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, the long-awaited Savior, the Mahdi, right? He is here. He is here. And I'm glad to make the announcement, God is here. God is not to come, He is here. I can see God in some of your faces today. God is here. And I couldn't be able to see God in your face if you had not had a good teacher. No, I'm saying this because it's the truth. I'm not saying this to pat my minister on his back. I'm saying it because it's the truth. The truth will shine you up. The truth will lighten you up.
That's right.
The truth will put a smile on your face. The truth will put the Spirit of God in you.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
The truth will put God himself in you. And I see God in you through the teaching of the Supreme Minister, Minister John Muhammad. Oh, yes. In my last words, brothers and sisters, to you, all of us can't be ministers. All of us can't be captains. All of us can't be lieutenants. No. All of us can't be security guards. All of us can't be. All of us can't be a messenger. All of us can't be the Supreme Minister. But one thing I want to say, and I hope we can erase this today forever, brothers and sisters, whatever position you hold, let us praise you for holding that position. Don't get jealous of the brother who holds the door. Praise the brother. Say, brother, you did a magnificent job. Don't try to discombobulate the man. Tell the man he did a good job. Pat the man on his back. Say, brother, you did a good job. I'm going to help you to do a better job. But don't pull the brother down. You understand? And just because Minister John Muhammad said, I am a Supreme Minister, who the hell is John Muhammad to say he is the Supreme Minister? You should say, that's my brother. That's my leader and teacher's brother. That's what you should say. Right? You should look at the man for what he's doing. And you should say, that's my brother, that's my own people, that's my own race, he's from my own nation. And what this man is doing, he putting dignity in all of us. Right or wrong? You know it's the truth. Why don't you admit it? Why don't you clap when the truth is being told? I love to go downtown or go across town and say, do you know Minister John Muhammad? That's my teacher.
That's right.
You know, walk in pride. That's my teacher.
That's right.
That's right.
That's my teacher.
That's right.
Oh, God, I'm so proud of that, man. That's my teacher, sir. That's my teacher.
Go ahead, brother.
That's my leader and my
That's
teacher.
right, brother.
God, he's directed from God Almighty. That's a credit to you.
That's right.
And if you say that and you say that, they'll try to get close to you.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right.
And the next thing they'll be doing, walking the same as you. That's my leading teacher.
That's right.
my leading teacher.
Right.
That's God Muhammad.
Right.
Right.
That's right. You're right.
All praises is due to Allah. All praises is due to Allah. No, but you jealous. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you in the name of Allah and his messenger. But now you are jealous of John Muhammad. You are jealous. Jealous don't get you nowhere but in the ground.
Quick.
Jealous will get you degradation.
That's right.
Jealousy don't get you nowhere.
That's right.
Right?
Right.
Why are we so jealous of each other? That's our main problem.
That's right.
We're jealous. Jealous is a disease. Jealousy will kill you, brothers and sisters.
Will.
Jealousy will put hatred in your heart for your brother and cause other people to snuff out your life.
That's right.
You know that's right. Oh, yes. Yes. From this day forward, wherever you go, say, Minister John Muhammad, that's my leader and teacher. That's my leader and teacher.
That's right.
I love that man. He teaches us about God. He got it from Elijah Muhammad. You know, put it on Elijah. He got it from Elijah Muhammad.
Right.
Yeah, what did Elijah get? He got it from God. Where did God get it from? He don't have to get it from no one. He's self-created. told me, he said, son, when you teach, lock up every door behind you. Nail them up. Don't leave no crack for the devil to sneak in. I intend to nail up all of the cracks today.
Nail it up.
I love talking about my leader and teacher.
Right.
If you notice me, I'm not a man that always running to get on this roster, if you notice. Sometimes I'll sit in the back to keep them coming up here. When I'm back here, Minister John said, do you want to talk? I said, I don't have to talk. But if you put me up here, brother, I will bust your eardrums. This is true. The Bible says, how does that saying go? I just remember now, but it speaks about speaking loud and opening up your eardrums or something of that nature. The scripture teaches us that. I can't quote it right now. But yes, I'm doing that. Yes, I'm doing that today. And I enjoy. I've been this way all of my life. I have never sought the light. I have never sought to walk up in the front, sit on the front row. I've always sat in the back. And I can remember what Elijah Muhammad said to me the first day he saw me. It just is vivid in my mind today if he was saying it today to me. Me, Roscoe, and Fleming were lined up in the messenger's house. They were introducing us to the messenger. When it got to me, they said, dear Holy Apostle, this is Brother Hasty, who is the assistant minister in Detroit. The messenger said, I have always wanted myself a Hasty. I will never forget that now they declare he has one. Oh, yes. And when he learned that I had been a Christian preacher for 7 years before I heard Islam, I knew what y'all saying. I thought he used to be a preacher. Yeah, you thought right. You thought just right. When they told the messenger that I had been preaching Christianity for 7 years, the messenger said, I should give him 6 months. And I guess you can imagine how I felt seeing the messenger for the first time talking about giving me 6 months out of the nation for being a Christian preacher. Now, you know what come to me? If he gonna give me 6 months out for being a Christian preacher for only 7 years, what are he gonna do to these other old preachers been preaching for years and years? Chop their heads off and roll their heads down the aisle.
Hold his head out there. That's right, brother.
You know, we are a crazy people.
Yes, sir.
I mean crazy. We are crazy people. And I want to say this. Let's cut out this jealousy.
Right.
All of us can't be the assistant minister here. No. We got one man here, the assistant minister. You should say, that's our assistant minister. Oh, he is. Oh, I love to hear him speak.
That's right. That's right.
You know that builds up the unity and the love
That's right.
in the house.
That's right.
This is one family here.
That's right.
One big, lovely family.
That's right.
That's all it is. You want to put things in perspective today,
Yes, sir.
if it never done again. This is the assistant minister. This is the assistant minister. I love the brother,
That's right.
and you should love him.
I'm not concerned.
And we should not say, well, the assistant minister so and so and so, so and so and so. You know what you're doing? You are hindering people from the kingdom of God.
That's right.
That's right. That is the truth.
And what you should do is to say, that's our assistant minister. He's a credit to our community
That's right. That's right.
and to our nation. When it comes to Brother Captain, you say, well, but we got a good captain. We got a good Brother Captain.
Right.
He got to be good. Look who put him there. Huh? Yeah. If you said the captain is no good, you know who you really call it no good? The supreme minister.
That's right.
Have you ever thought about that? He put him there. If you say that Sister Minister is no good, you're saying John Muhammad is no good because he put him there. And you said John Muhammad is no good, God and the messenger put him there. And you are not talking directly to John, you are talking directly to God and his messenger. You are throwing stones at God and his messenger through Minister John. But we know who you are after. I don't like the captain. The captain is blah, 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 blah. You're not throwing no rock at the captain. You are not after the captain. You are after John Muhammad. And I say get up off of it. Leave them alone unless you want to go to war with us. And we will fight you. And if you want to fight us, come on out and fight. But don't fight like a coward. Come on out and fight like a man.
That's right. That's right.
If you want to fight, we'll fight you.
That's right.
And I said to you, Minister John been fighting you here for a long time.
That's right.
And he's not going to lose this fight.
That's right.
I heard the messenger say, I've been fighting too long to lose this fight. This brother been fighting for 60 some odd years. He can't lose this fight. He's been fighting too long to lose. If we die, that's all right. That's all right, long we dying for a worthy cause.
Right.
And I think to die for any good man is a worthy cause. Or a good woman is a worthy cause.
Right.
We got a sister captain.
Right.
Right?
That's right.
A good sister. I think. Don't you think so?
Right.
Don't you think so? Do you really? All right. All these sisters over here can't be captains. All of them can't be lieutenants. But when Minister John picked one out of the group, you said Minister John had picked a sister out of his divine conscience. And I know she got to be the sister because he put her there. When I became the minister of Temple No. 1, they said, oh, Hasty Muhammad, he can't handle no mosque. He can't handle No. 1. You got people there that God talked with. But they didn't know I was taught by the man that was God. Or I was taught by the man that was taught by God, excuse me.
Right.
And I want to say to you, not boasting, I'm thankful. There has never been a minister, and I said this with confidence. If Allah was standing here, he'll bear me witness. And I'm not saying this to pat myself on the back, but if I don't tell you these things, you will never know them. There's some things Minister John Muhammad taught us last week that I've been talking about all the week. If he had not told us this about himself, we would have never known it. Right? And if I don't tell you something about myself, you will never know it. And if you know to tell something good about the brother, you will do it no way. You want to tell everything that's bad about the man. Right. So I'm going to tell you something about myself. The messenger said this out of his own mouth. I didn't make this up. My wife tells me sometimes, well, I don't think you should say that. You know, just let the people pat you on the back. I'm not patting myself on the back, you know, but I just want you to know what's taking place. I was the best minister. Hasty Muhammad. This nation of Islam is 60-some years old. Before Elijah Muhammad left, I'm speaking about now before he left, he said to his ministers, 50 or 60 ministers sitting at his dining table eating. He said, Brother Minister Hasty is the best minister I had at Temple #1 since I left.
All right. All right.
That's what he said. That's what he said. And I can bear witness with him. No minister made the progress that this little man made in Detroit. And that's a fact. And Minister John Muhammad gonna top all of that. Just mark my word. I see it. And I'm not saying, look, wait a minute, just a minute. I'm not saying this just to be talking. Allah showed me this in a vision. I said it to my wife. I saw so many people coming in here, brothers and sisters, just didn't have room. And John Muhammad was teaching the kingdom of God. All praises is due to Allah. All praises is due to Allah. MGT, we had so many MGT, and we had so many FOI, the senior brothers and the senior sisters and the junior sisters, we had to send them home. We didn't have no room. Upstairs in our teaching quarters, our teaching room, our operating room.
Yes, sir.
Oh, brothers and sisters, I tell you, that room would be full of nothing but lost files.
Right.
All praises is due to Allah.
That's right.
Full of lost files. And you're going to see the same thing here. We may have to send y'all home one day. Only one that will be in here that is a Muslim will be those that's on post. We won't have no room for you. Go home and come back next Sunday.
Right.
You may be able to get in.
That's right.
I see it just like I'm looking at you today.
That's right.
And it's going to take place under Minister John Muhammad, the Supreme Minister's leadership.
Yes, sir.
You know, brothers and sisters, I don't hate none of my brothers out there teaching. The only one that I'm really down on, I could just squash his head, is Wallace.
Go ahead. That's right.
I don't care for Wallace.
Yes, sir. That's right.
But those who are out there, Minister Silence, Hamza, Jeremiah, Minister Farrakhan, I have a lot of respect for those men. I have a lot of respect for them. And I tell you why I have respect for them. At least they are lifting up Elijah Muhammad's name. If some of them is not carrying it out exactly like it should, you see, if you mention anyone's name and keep mentioning it, somebody's going to get curious. You understand what I'm saying? And they're going to say, well, who is that Elijah Muhammad that they mention about every once in a while? And you may run across him in the street. You say, well, come on down to John Muhammad's mosque. He'll tell you more about Elijah Muhammad. You see what I'm saying? Yes. If the messenger was here today, I believe he would stand up and applaud what I just said. Because the messenger told us, don't harbor hatred in your heart for your own people. We got to try to understand. You know, some of us that's sitting in here today, we don't get along with our own family that's in our house. You don't get a gun and kill them because you don't get along with them. You try to call a family conference. A family conference. And say, look, honey, I love you. I didn't mean to do that. You my flesh and blood. Let's get together and let's live like Muslims. That's what we got to do with these people on the outside. One day they all going to come hug John Muhammad's neck. Just as sure as I'm standing here. But if we go out there with our gun cocked on them and say, you started with so and so and so, they ain't going to come to John Muhammad. Right? Every minister that I talk with, I tell them today, Minister John Muhammad loved you. That's Elijah Muhammad's brother. And if you love Elijah Muhammad, you got to love John Muhammad. And if you hate John Muhammad, you hate Elijah Muhammad. And you hypocrite, don't tell me that you love Elijah Muhammad and you hate his brother.
All right.
I don't buy that kind of cheap stuff.
That's right.
No. How can you hate this man and you love Elijah? And they both came out of the same womb,
That's right.
nursed from the same woman, raised by the same father. You can't say you hate this man. No, brothers and sisters. Minister John Muhammad has my support until the day I die. And I don't want you going around here trying to make trouble between me and Minister John. I know you. I know you. That's what Jesus said. I know you. You was a devil from get-go. That's what Jesus said, right? Yes. I'm going to say this and I'm going to come to a close. The first time I came after I was wounded, two brothers came with me. I wasn't intending to say anything about this, but Allah want me to. They went back and said that Brother Hasty put Minister John in the place of someone else, or Minister Farrakhan, to be honest with you.
Say it.
And Minister Farrakhan. And they said that, and I didn't like what you said. Well, what you gonna do about it?
That's right.
I said, what you gonna do about it? This is what I said. I said, y'all tried to kill me once and you didn't, and you wasn't successful. And if you try again, you're gonna fail. I mean that, brothers and sisters. Oh yes. They don't want me and my father-in-law. This is my father-in-law, not only my minister, this is my father-in-law. And that you don't want me to have no relationship with my father-in-law? The hell with you.
I'll buy all of that.
That's right.
Minister Farrakhan even said himself to me, he said, brother, always show great respect to the messenger's brother. Brother Farrakhan said that to me. He said, that's my father. Talking about Minister John. He said, Minister John is my father. It's something about this man they recognize.
That's right.
It's not time yet to just come out and say it the way I would say it. You see what I'm saying? Maybe I'm ahead of time. Thank you, brother. The brother said I'm on time. So, brothers and sisters, I said to the brother, I said, why you go back and tell Minister Rasul Muhammad, who is my first cousin and the nephew of my father-in-law?
Right.
I said, why would you go back and tell him to make trouble for me? That's what I said. Why you go back and tell him to make trouble for me? I said, if you but know Rasul Muhammad and Minister John Muhammad and myself are together. Rasul said to me out of his own mouth in the hospital, he said, I visit my uncle and my aunt. And he said, and I know they love me. You see, you better watch your mouth when it comes to the family.
That's right.
And this don't only go for the royal family, this goes for any family.
That's right.
It's going to come a day when all of us will be together. All of the family will be together.
That's right.
Holding hand and kissing each other. The messenger said, I pray Allah that he bless me to live longer enough to see justice and truth kiss each other. Justice and truth kiss each other. And you're going to see that in the family of Muhammad.
That's right, brother. That's right. That's right.
All of us that's sitting here today are the families of Muhammad. Brother, I feel so good today. I really do. And I think, Minister, I hadn't intended to take up all this time, but I thought that I should have said what I said in behalf of my father-in-law and all of the laborers here. All praises is due to Allah. I feel very good. Yes. Don't let nobody fool you, brothers. And the best thing for us to do is to stay out of other people's, out of other families' affairs.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Well, how did that song go? This is a family affair.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, this is a family affair. And the best thing for you to do is stay out of it. And don't let nobody bring you no bone against your own people.
That's right.
That's right.
A dog that will bring a bone will carry a bone. Don't ever forget that. You won't ever hear me say anything against my people. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm man enough to say it to you to your face. And those of you who know me, you know I will do that. Yes, I love this man that you see sitting here.
That's right.
And it's right for me to love him. And it's right for you to love him. It's right for us to love each other.
That's right.
It's right for us to fight and die for each other. That's our duty. We should not be in existence if we can't give our life for our brother and our sister.
That's right.
The messenger said we should be like the rooster. He said, when the rooster sees the hawk coming to eat up the chicken, the female chicken and the little babies, the rooster make the woman, the mother, and the babies go high. But he said that old rooster, he's standing there with his tail stuck out, scanning the skies, watching for the enemy to come in.
That's right.
So when the enemy lands, he will attack the enemy. And I said to you and I, we should be scanning the skies and scanning the earth, watching for the enemy to come in.
That's right.
Fight the enemy and kill the enemy. If we would start doing that, you would see some love coming into the Muhammad family.
Right.
Detroit, the whole city of Detroit is the Muhammad family.
That's right.
All of them belongs to Muhammad.
That's right.
And I heard the messenger say, and I got it in black and white. The messenger said, Malcolm nor Wallace would ever lead his people. He said that. Now, it would not be fair for God to come and raise up a unique family like the Muhammad family. He came to this family first. And he raised them up. God left. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad is gone. You think God will leave us aimless?
No, sir.
You think God will leave us without a leader? You think God will leave us without a teacher? Then if God would leave us without a teacher after he himself came to us and raised up a messenger and kept him in our midst for 40 some odd years, and then both of them leave, and leave the black man aimless or without a leader, I wouldn't think too much of that God.
Right.
I'm here to let you know from God and from his messenger, he didn't leave us aimless.
That's right.
He did not leave us without a leader. And this is what people don't like to hear me say. God still has leadership in the Muhammad family.
That's right.
And that's what the world dislikes. They can tolerate saying John leading the nation. Smith is leading the nation. But when you say Muhammad is leading the nation, oh no. Oh no. The Muhammad think they something. Well, hell, they are something.
That's right.
Aren't you something? You should think that you are something. Sure, the Muhammad is something. I've always had respect for the messenger's family. And I still have respect. And I have respect for you. I don't want to see any of you mistreated. I will go to war for any of you today. And I know that's right. When I hear that voice out there, if I was in the back and heard Uncle Johnny's voice, I would know it. On a tape. I don't care if it's 10,000 people is saying that's right, and he's saying that's right, his voice stands out over all of their voices.
That's right.
That's a fact.
That's true.
That's the part our Lord give him to play. And he playing it well.
Yes, sir.
And he loved his brother.
That's right.
He loved Minister John. He's sticking with Minister John. He's been with him ever since he's been here.
That's right.
And I love him just for that.
Right.
And I love all of the sisters, our beautiful sisters, who stuck with Minister John.
Right. Right.
I do. Sometimes you come with only 2 or 3 here, but you didn't stop. You kept coming.
That's right.
And I see the nation is growing. Brothers, I want to thank you for sticking with Minister John Muhammad. If the messenger could stand here today, he would say, I believe the same thing. Thank you for helping my brother. But I would like to say to you, let's help him more than we've been helping. Let's go after the fish. The corn is in the fish's mouth. If you don't know what kind of worm or bait to put on your hook, ask the captain. And then if the captain doesn't have the answer, ask Minister John. We want our people saved. The white man doesn't want them saved. That's why he pulled the clothes off of his woman and our woman to keep us there and keep us looking to them for salvation. But there is no salvation in this. Your salvation lies in this. Thank you for listening, and may Allah continue to bless you and guide you, and may Allah bless you to continue to have a good spiritual mind in helping Minister John raise this great nation of Islam. And I can just about say to you today, within next year at this time, you won't recognize this corner. No, you won't recognize this corner. There's going to be so many people coming in.
That's right.
Just tell the people from here forward that, Minister John Muhammad is the messenger, but just tell them this. See, if you want to hear real Islam, come here, Minister John Muhammad. Come here, Elijah Muhammad, brother. Excuse me, I'm trying to rush through. Say, come in here, Minister John Muhammad, the messenger brother, teach Islam. If you want to know about the real Islam, if you want to know about the coming of God, come down in here, Minister John Muhammad. Don't get nasty. Don't insult the people. You can't lead a mule and beat him in the face at the same time. Yeah, that's right. Take the stud and stick him, just a little, just to make him get it up a little,
That's right. That's right.
That's what we should do. If you handle the people like that, brother, Minister John will have so many people here to teach. This is what we have to do. And you tell them that Minister John Muhammad is on fire. Say, oh God, I mean, just make a big thing out of it. Say, ooh, say, I never heard a man teach like that man taught last Sunday.
Right.
This is what you got to do. So that man talked about God and the devil, and he showed us God's face and showed us the devil's face. Don't tell him who it is now. Just leave it just like that. This is the way you got to do. And said his son-in-law is down there with him. You remember Hasty Muhammad? Just say, y'all remember Hasty Muhammad? So he's down there now with his father-in-law. And so they are really turning that city upside down. People will come just out of curiosity.
That's right.
And once they come, he will have the right bait on his hook.
That's right.
And he will catch them and reel them in. Though he may catch some bullhead fish on some of his hooks. But all he got to do is to, if it's a bullhead fish, throw him back and keep on trucking. We are a mule-like people. I was there when the messenger said to us, he said, brother, and I'm sure my father-in-law knew about it and Uncle Johnny knew about this old mule. A mule was named Frank. This old mule was named Frank. The messenger says no one could get Frank to work but him. He said they would beat Frank. They would whip Frank. He said the more they whipped Frank, the more Frank laid back. He said Frank just wouldn't pull, wouldn't ply. He wouldn't do nothing. Messenger said he would walk up. It's a great story in this story the messenger told us now. It's something great in it. Messenger said that he would walk up and say, let me have Frank. Y'all don't have to beat him. He'll work. Messenger said he went up there and whispered in Frank's ear and hooked Frank up to the plow. And the messenger said, I couldn't hardly keep up with Frank. Oh, praises is due to Allah. Did y'all get it? And he said, we are a mule-like people. And everybody have tried to lead us, but we know we wouldn't fly for nobody.
That's right.
I don't care who hooked us up, we would fight. Come here. I ain't gonna work. But Elijah Muhammad came along after God taught him and whispered in Frank's ear. Mine and yours, Frank's ears. And whispered something in there. And all of a sudden the world looked around. Frank was just working his fingers off. Frank was opening up supermarkets.
Right.
Frank was opening up fish markets. Frank was getting farmland, tractors, and all of that. No one could make Frank work but the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Salam alaikum.
That's it. It's beautiful, government. Assalamu alaikum. You may be seated, brothers and sisters. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent and Merciful, the Lord of all the worlds, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad and give to us a leader and teacher, Messenger Elijah Muhammad, I thank you for your presence. I thank you for your presence today. I thank these two great men sitting behind me here. I thank Master Hasty. What horse was that? What you named that horse?
I named that one John Muhammad.
Okay, well, he's willing to pull you. All praises to Allah. And I thank you for the great wisdom that you give to us today.
Yes, sir.
I thank him for it. Of course, we thank Brother Minister Sami too, but he's here every day. But I thank Minister Hasty today.
Yes, sir.
I thank him for the good that he did for us.
Yes, sir.
And I will say to him and to you and to all that shall come into our temple here, if they are with us, we will go to heaven.
That's right.
Thank you. He taught me the way to heaven as well as he taught the hypocrites the way to hell.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, he did. He was here when I came up. I thank you, Brother Ali Hassan, for your great
Yes, sir.
honor that you gave.
Yes, sir.
Yes. You opened up, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
All praises due our Lord Jesus.
Right.
Yes. Keep on. Everybody carry the word.
Yes, sir.
When Jesus went one time, this is not written directly in the Bible like that I got it. He went to, he was teaching, rather. Jesus was teaching, and while he was teaching people in the little place, Nicodemus, you know Nicodemus in the book, he sent one of his scribes and secretary, sent one of his scribes there to paper and pencil to go there and write down what he heard and come back and tell him. So when he went there, he heard people in there clapping their hands. Amen, amen, that's right, amen. So he went there and he sat down. When he knowed anything, he was clapping his hands. Amen, amen, that's right. Teach, brother, teach. That was Jesus teaching. So, well, he left, went back to Nicodemus. He says, did you get anything to make a report on? He said, yeah. Well, let's see it. He said, I didn't write nothing. I didn't have time. So the man said, well, what did you do? He said, well, I heard the people giving praise to God and the man that was doing the talking. And I put the pencil and paper down and I started doing the same thing. Said, you ought to have been there. So brothers and sisters, I can say today, those that wasn't here today ought to have been here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I thank Allah. I thank Allah for him. Now, I'm not going to do anything myself because I don't want you to be on slipping and sliding going back home. And I don't want it to be late going back home. I'm going to show you something. Then we'll be over with, and I'll tell you its meanings. I was intending to do so Savior's Day when I was here, but when I left home in a hurry, I had hid it from my own self trying to keep it. I've been hurt this now for three from one leave 8, right? And 3 from 7 leave 6. You know, I'm doing this. I'm doing this from 1933, subtract from 1991. Tell me what we got. What is the answer to that question? 58. Now this what I got is 58 years old. You want to see it, don't you?
Yes, sir. At once.
It's 58 years old. It was given to me by Master Farad Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Master Farad Muhammad, give me this tie in teachers' meeting
Yes, sir.
in 1933. I wore it for a while until I went to tie it one day and I broke it. I broke it. And I put it on the machine and sewed it back. I said, I won't wear you anymore soon. But I did wear it once or twice after I broke it. How did you get that kind of a tie from him? The way that I got it, he had other ties, straight ties like this, you know, ties there. He gave Kalat one. Well, they picked them out, and this was the tie that was left. He laid them on the table there at Kalat's house, living on Hendrick Street down between Joseph Campbell and Shane. So I come back. I went to the restroom. I tell you what happened. You know, how come I wasn't right in there, you know. When I come back, he says to me, Muhammad Sharif, this the only one left. He said, nobody wanted it because they couldn't tie it. He said, can you tie it? I said, yes, sir. I know how to tie them. It's a bow tie.
Yes, sir.
He says, let me see you tie it. I said, yes, sir. I went to the chair. You know how the chair got, you know the back of a chair. I went to the chair to do it like this. He said, no, I don't want you to tie it that way. Don't want that to be your neck. He said, I want you to tie it on my hand. He held his fingers. I said, okay. He held his fingers out, and when I tied it, he said, yes, Muhammad Sharif knows how to tie the bow tie. He knows how to tie it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Teach me.
So, well, I looked at it. I liked it. It was new then, you know. So it ain't dirty. It ain't dirty. I kept it pretty well for this length of time. But I had hid it from myself. I tied it on his fingers. And now, each one of you should know the meanings. It's easy. After, I'll make it short, after the departure, well, I say it like this. He announced me in the teachers' meeting as being the best teacher. I think my daughter heard my wife say that before. As being the best teacher in the school because of my patient.
That's right.
My patient is the one that won.
That's right.
So, now, by it laying there, and nobody could tie it, and they taken the rest of them. It was the last one, right?
Yes, sir.
The last thing was laying there was this tie. So he calls me after I came back. He called me and gave it to me. He
I
says,
got the point already.
Yeah.
I see it. I see it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Teach.
since it was the last one, it's a sign and a token to you.
That's right.
Go ahead,
Of what has been said.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I studied it over and over again. Why did nobody know how to tie this kind of a tie? And a lot of people used to wear them, and they're easy. They're easy. They're easy to tie. So I says, well, one day it would come to me what the meaning of this last tie, and nobody could tie it.
Yes, sir.
And why you didn't tie it on the chair knob?
Right.
Why he didn't want me to tie it on the chair knob? That would have been just the same, you know. I could tie it either way.
Yes, sir.
It meets up with the words having the patient in the class teaching the student.
Yes, sir.
And it meets up with what he told me about letting the people come in and have their names and letters okayed. And he told me, he says, don't be hard with them, let them get their names. That's the last time I saw him. I said, yes, sir, but I had the tie already. I said, yes, sir, I did what he told me to do. Now, years passed. The tie was still with me. When I would sit, I said, something had to be to it by me leaving out of the room and come back to it and then get the tie. I couldn't wait and get one of the other ones. Well, I was away from the temple for a while.
Yes, sir.
And when I came back to the temple for a little while, then I asked the messenger about teaching again. He says, not the kind of teaching that you used to do. He says, but that what you did when you was told to go to the temple and ask the people for the money before that I get there so that everything will be all right. I began to think on now what he said, you go and try your hand in Inkster, Michigan. Out in Inkster, you know, right here at the door, between here and the airport. I had a temple out there.
That's right.
So he told me that. I did it. When I would report to him, he told me to keep on going, keep on going. You all right? Keep on going, keep on doing so. These people that was present when this tie was given to me, only one besides myself is living that I know. That was in that meeting. They all is dead, except my wife. She was in that teachers meeting. Now, I went there to Inkster, and I come back and I went and I talked to him, and he didn't come in the city. What if I didn't know it? The messenger did. Many a times he would make his first trip to my house. I think my daughter can witness so much of that. And Minister Hasty both, because he would be around there, you know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So after he talked to me there at the house, one day he got up from the table. He was eating. He got up from the table. Nobody was left there in the dining room but me and him. And he got up from the table. He said, let's go in the other room and sit down. I said, okay. So he was talking there. He do what he want to do, you know. So he was talking about, we was talking about the Psalms of David. And so when he stood up, he hit the table just like that. He says, brother, the Psalms is of David. I am so much that man. He says, I don't know if you understand it or not, said, but every time I go, I got to go beg for something. David was the beggingest man in the Bible, and he was. He said, and I do the same thing. He said, all of David's prayers was answered too, wasn't it, brother?
Yes, sir.
I said, it sure was. He said, mine is answered too. I said, thank you, sir. He said, I'm glad to know it. Now, so much for that. Now, being away and coming back for a little while, and he gave me the post again. He told me one day, he says, brother, we was riding. He said, brother, so you see that man there? He stopped at the red light. This devil was drunk, crossing in front of him. He said, you see that man? I said, yes, sir. He says, that man that you see there is the real devil of your Bible. He says that is the real devil. He said right now he thinks he's better than you. And he's drunk. That's right. So, well, he told me some more about it. But anyway, we ain't going to go through that. Now, it works again. Master Farad told me when I was teaching, he said, you take all of the students that cannot read or write, they're yours. Well, the school got so big with people like that, I had to get some more teachers. Then we went to Chicago to visit with Master Farad, and he says to me, how is your class? I said, they're doing fine. He says, you don't have to be there all the time teaching now. You've got 13 teachers. I said, yes, sir, but I wants to be there. He said, well, that's the way it is with a teacher. They wants to be there all the time. He says, teach them all you know. He said, teach them everything that you know. Don't leave out nothing. Give them all they can stand. I said, thank you, sir. I will do it. Now, that has a meaning with you. You don't know the people that come, they don't know the teaching of Islam, right?
Right.
We have to teach them slowly to get them to read and write, because you don't know it. Who doing that kind of teaching today to teach them about Master Farad and Messenger Elijah Muhammad? Other than the one that holds him high. Like I was sitting there listening at my son-in-law. I said to myself, I said, he must have got much knowledge from the messenger in meanings, because nobody else speak that way.
Right.
Now, I have known all of the ministers from Abdul Muhammad to Minister Farrakhan. That was his last one, what I'm saying, representatives. I know all of the ministers. I got the record of every minister that was in the city of Detroit that was in the minister's class. I got his name and a record right now. It was 28 of them. And all of them was hypocrites. Now, I say all, but I can say good for one. For one. Now, the thing is, how do you become the last one? It is by going into the restroom and coming out. All of the others had theirs. So I had to take what was left.
Yes, sir.
I had to take what was left. Now what are you doing now, John? I'm taking what's left.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I visited the messenger in the hospital. My son-in-law and my brother Johnny there. And while they was talking together, I was talking with the messenger, rolling up his sleeves, looking at his arms. They had got so small, and I could see where the devils had, nurses and whatnot, had given shots and whatnot in his arm. And I was to go to the little island to teach for this brother out there in Bermuda that I mentioned a lot here. I couldn't hear what he was saying. His voice had got so weak. I couldn't hear him, and I bent my ear down to his mouth. And I could barely understand what he was saying. I told him, I says, "Can I go?" He said, "Yes, brother. You don't have to ask me to go somewhere. Go and see this world. It's a beautiful world." You heard that? And I had my ear right down to him. He said, "Yes." I said, "Well, I'll do the best I can in going." Then he says, "You may get them all. I can't go anymore now." And that stung me. That word, when he said he couldn't go anymore, that stung me. He said, "I can't go anymore now." He said, "But you might get them all. Wherever you go, mention me, brother." That's just the way he said it. Did you hear that part too?
Right there, I heard you.
Patient, waiting. So I had to wait a long time, didn't I?
Yes, sir.
Long time. So, in my teachings to you, with him and Master Farad, as I said to you, that when I first went to the temple and heard Master Farad, I was converted. But I didn't stop doing some of the things that I was doing, but I was converted to the belief.
Yes, sir.
So he says he said to me in the teaching, to my mother, to me, he said it twice, and my mother heard these both times. I shook hands with him one night. I took my mother to the temple. I shook hands with him, and my mother was in front of me. You know, just like you shake hands with me, that's the way we shook hands with Master Farad. And she stood just a step out of the way there so I could shake hands with him. And he looked at me and smiled. He says, "Keep on, brother. Keep on reading. I am the man." Now, what I was reading was the 33rd chapter of Ezekiel. You go home and you read it and you find out what it is. 33rd chapter of Ezekiel. It tells you about a man warning people, and he guides them and whatnot. You know, you read it. After I went to their Wellsville, time is to. So after I went to Bermuda and come back, this man got up. We was in the new building. You was there. He got up and he spoke. Everybody was saying something about what had been did. And he, at the temples, the ministers reporting. So he told the messenger, he says that I was out there. He says, and he said to the messenger, he says, and your brother was there. He said, and we had a real good time. He said he got 2 to join. The messenger clapped his hand like that. He said, all praises due to Allah. He got 2. He said, yes, sir. He says, but look, as though more could have joined. Well, the messenger says, that's enough. Now, come back to America in this part of the country. Well, that's the Americas too, but back to here, I went to Norfolk, Virginia. Minister wanted me there, and he was there at the same time. When it got round to him to speak, he told him, he says, I had, your brother was at the temple, and he relived Norfolk, Virginia. I think I got about 15 or 18 or something like that to join. They was, most of the people, it was 10,000 there, but the most of them was just there to hear the music, you know, and the dance, you know, because they had this, I can't call it, but 2 band was there. So anyway, he told him, and the messenger said, that is good. That is good. That he did that for you. Now I come, after that he sent me to, well, yeah, I think he had already sent me to Columbus to take that temple there. I'm telling you words that were said, you know, so you can take them wherever. So when I went there, I would go there. I went there a few times every Sunday. So he told me that was enough for me, too much for me. He says, let your son go.
I was there.
Yes, you was there.
Yes, sir.
So he said, let him go with you until he learns. Well, I had been taking him with me to Mansfield, Ohio. So the messenger says to me, he said, take him till he learns how to go. I said, okay. So I took him. I didn't ever stop. I told him, I said, you're to go with me every Sunday that I go. So the first meeting that I went there, we had 100 and something people there. And I came back. Now he spoke about that place different from what he did in Mansfield, Ohio. This is in Columbus. So he said, I know that it would be all right if I sent the right man there. Although he's not there now. He's not there now. I'm just only giving you hints of what he says. Then he told me, he says, he said, now I want you to say this if you should somebody come in contact with you. I want you to say this is, if they tell you, says, your brother, if you be on the other side of the earth and I be on this side, and they hear me say that God, I have met with God, and he has converted me, and I am his minister. He said, you say he had to meet with God, because if he had not met with God, he'd have still been the same man. So if he changed, I know he met with God. That is, now if I'm on one side of the earth and he on the other side, and this man tells me that he has changed in teaching like he is, then he told me what to say. He did meet with God. And that's what I'm telling you now.
Yes, sir.
So I thank you, brothers and sisters.
Yes, sir.
I thank you.
I can see it.
Like it was asked. Then 1 John, I think it is in the Bible, 1 John says, when John was talking to the little children, he told them, he says, I don't know anything that's new. All I can tell you is of the old.
Yes, sir.
I can't tell you what's new.
Yes, sir.
All I know is what's old. And the sun, moon, and star in the religion of Islam is older than the sun, moon, and star. The religion of Islam is older than the sun, moon, and the star. It was the religion of God. And God had to come before the sun, moon, and the stars. I don't know nothing that's new. I don't know nothing about Wallace and Farrakhan and these other folks like some I get letters from in New York or whatnot. I don't know nothing about what they talking about. Only in places. Although I don't hate neither one of them. I don't hate them. As bad as my nephew talked about his father, I don't hate him, because if I had a strop, I'd whoop him good if somebody just hold him. That's right. For lying and talking about his father. I don't hate him. I hate what he done.
Yes, sir.
That's what I hate. I hates what he did. I don't hate Minister Louis Farrakhan, but some of the things that he have said, I don't like. And I tell anybody that. And I'm glad that my son-in-law, Minister Hasty, in meeting up with the people that, like he did, and they come here, wherever they go, back and tell somebody something. It's bad to talk about a person that's a child of God.
That's right.
The book says better that you had a millstone about your neck
That's right.
and you was cast in the sea.
That's right.
That's right.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Don't talk about them people. He'll make you walk backwards like what's your name do the moonwalk.
Michael Jackson.
Make you walk backwards and you think you walking forward. Yes. I thank you all for your patience and sitting here waiting. So I'm going to turn you back into the hands of Minister Sami so he can ask you for some money. Now, brothers and sisters, every Sunday come. Come every Sunday. Be present. Tell others that are not present to be present every Sunday. Work at your family like Minister Hasty said. They are first. If they don't hear, go to another one. The messenger told me something about that, about rabbits. Be here. And every time Minister Hasty come, he can't be here every Sunday, and that he have told me. He's welcome every Sunday. He's welcome 7 days a week.
Right.
Or 20 days a week, either way you want to take it. So, be present. I didn't feel like he was going to be here today, but the tie was in my mind to bring today so that you would see and could bear witness. Because I witnessed that there is no God but Allah.
Yes, sir.
And he came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. I know that.
Yes, sir.
Sometime I be alone and I think about him and I shed tears to know that I have met with God.
Yes, sir.
And he chose my brother for his servant and messenger to you. And brothers and sisters, I bring to you Minister Sami Muhammad, my representative. He asked me for that post. He says, you don't have nobody to represent you. Can I do it? I said, okay, if you can keep it up.
That's right.
And I can say to all, he's dutiful to what I tell him to do. He's dutiful.
That's true. That's the truth.
He's dutiful.
That's the truth. That's a blessing.
The other laborers that we have here, they are dutiful.
That's right.
They hardly lays out. They here every time the door open. And they works good.
That's right.
Unless they got to go to their job and do work. Well, you got to get some bread because that's what we need.
Yes, sir.
So you have to go do it. I have some plans, brothers and sisters, that I want to make known to you on the Sunday if you come. I want everybody to hear it just one time. I have some plans for you, for us all. And if we go by it, they're the same steps that my brother told me. They're the same steps. And they have not been put into effect by no minister since he has passed away from us.
Yes, sir.
They have not been put in any effect by any minister. I don't care where he come from, where he's going. That's out trying to lead the people. So I'm the horse. Assalamu alaikum. All praises to Allah. All praises to Allah. Yes, sir. Praise to Allah. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen.
Great job.